Hey, what's going on? Welcome to a tape version of Tales from the Dark Side. Merry Christmas to all you that celebrate. We have got an interesting show. We very rarely do tape versions of this, but we might actually, we'll see what happens next week. We might do back-to-back tapes in the 378 episodes or 87 episodes. I think this is only, well, the first couple actually, probably the first 60 or 70 episodes were taped, but it has been years since we've done taped episodes of this. Let's say hi to those people in the chat. GTK Comics, good to see you, brother. Thanks. Merry Christmas. Cheers. Thumbs up. Got it. Tommy Longbox. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas, Tommy Longbox. Cheers. Santa Claus tree. I don't know what that last thing is. Whatever. All right, Cosmic One, good to see you. We got Kingdom of Nerds. Merry Christmas. Tiger Fett, what's up? John Saunders, still got the picture of Jedi up there. Very good. Who else do we got there? What's up, Chef Sticks? What's up, Darksiders? What's up, Sticks? Dwayne Scott, good to see you. Jeffrey Drake, what's up? Four Deadly M Venoms, good to see you. Anthony, what's up? Wookiee Fanatic, let's see how you're going. Hopefully you got a bunch of great stuff. Wookiee Fanatic, do you like the Christmas special? I wonder if you do. I mean, it's got a lot of Wookiee stuff in it, right? We'll see. Cherokee Metal, good to see you. Tyson, good to see you. Repair Tech Tony, what's good? Hope you have a good Christmas. My Bargain Comics, AOA, Joe Doolins, Wolverine 92, Crispy, Ryan the Gray, what's up? Merry Christmas, Marv, TMNT Cool Guy, good to see you. Let's see who else is down here. Oh, Blue Collar Dan, good to see you, Blue Collar Dan. Ben from Compton, Canadian Survivalist, Cosmic One, James Crowder, BK. Give your mom a break today. Don't make her cook your meals. Just sit there and be nice for one day in your life, please.
You know he can't do that.
I know. Comic Man Andy, good to see you. Kingdom of Nerds, you are definitely S tier. And Ryan Riley, thank you very much. And thank you guys for all of your support. To see that you're all members of this channel. All right, let's get into it, Wayseeker. Real quickly, fucking Dom, he's sick. It's been 2 minutes 29, so give him a break.
I had a whole plan for the show and just decided not to go forward with the plan. You know.
Let's go ahead and troll me already. I know you want to.
All right, let's get to news. Here we go.
Here we go. We got a great week at Star Wars. You know, Christmas week. We have a lot to talk about. Dom was all worried about this one last week about the slate. He thought we were just getting 2 shows next year. They came out and said we're getting 5. We talked about how last week we're not getting Andor. We're getting everything else we could ever want. We're getting Skeleton Crew. We're getting Acolyte, Tales of the Jedi. We're getting Bad Batch Season 3, and we're getting more Young Jedi Adventures. So we got 5 Star Wars.
What's up, Zaggy?
5 Star Wars shows coming next year, which is more than we really need.
Yeah, I mean, who was it last week? I can't remember who it was, but somebody in last week's chat, maybe it was Wookie or whatever, was saying, like, I'd rather them take their time, or maybe it was TMNT Cool Guy, take their time with Andor. I think that's the best bet. Plus, this is, I mean, let's spread it. We've got, I mean, it is almost the beginning of the year, right? Good. So we're almost in 2024 already. It's not, I mean, I'm actually kind of okay. Go ahead.
Do you think like in 2025, when Andor drops, they'll probably have another animated Visions?
Bro, we haven't even hit 2020. Dom, this is why I keep talking to you. Bro, no. This is why I keep talking to you about. Holy crud, I almost yanked my freaking head off. All right, here. This is what I'm always talking to you about. Is like, we haven't even hit 2024 yet. We haven't even hit 2024 yet. You're already asking about 2025. Hold on. They come out with the news, the actual factual news of what is actually coming out. You're already like, last week you were about to have an aneurysm. Now you're past 2024. Like, zero fucks about 2024. We're getting Skeleton Crew. We're getting oh, fuck that. Fuck all the rumors. Fuck it all. We're already past it. You see, it's Christmas Eve. You got me saying F-bombs here, bro. Like, listen. How? Dom, how?
It's the impatience that I lack. It's the lack of patience that I have.
I think if you were more patient. Patience, young one. Patient. I think if you were a little more...
you need to go to Jedi school. Yeah, clearly. No, you never went. You went to bounty hunter school, not Jedi school.
Oh, good Lord. I mean, can I ask you this? Dom, are you happy with this slate?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. We're getting 4 different things, which we're gonna get. We're getting 2 totally off the wall things that we never we have nothing to don't know what they expect. Skeleton Crew, we have no clue.
Hey, good or bad, at least it's new.
Exactly, brand new concept. We don't know how it's going to turn out. It could be fantastic. It could suck. We don't know. We know the Acolyte has something to do with the High Republic, and a lot of people like the High Republic, and it's the tail end. We'll get some cool Sith shit, which I'm happy about with that.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, yeah. I mean,
we might. Jedi cartoon, if it's any as good, if it's as good as last year, I'm excited about that. We'll get some more stuff for that, and then the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch season 3, the season finale, the series finale. Most likely they're all going to die. We don't know, but and then we get Young Jedi's Adventure that actually went to
last week. Dom started by talking about running away from kids, and now we start this week about everybody dying. So I don't know what's going on with Dom.
What are you gonna say, Thane?
I'm honestly looking forward to Acolyte because they even mentioned that we may get some young Yoda in the Acolyte because of where it sits in the timeline.
Well, I mean, relatively young, I guess, right? Because he'd still be like 500 years, 600 years,
middle age,
100 years before 600 years old.
So so he'd be 800 years old, so kind of young, but not really.
He's still spry. We saw him how spry he was in Clone Wars.
Well, I mean, if you're figuring in Yoda years, though, if we do it like dog years, he would be retired now and buying a Corvette. Like that's where he'd be. He'd be like past the midlife crisis, like maybe staying in the village. Like that's probably what his lifestyle is at this point.
Do you think they'll drop a Chewbacca drop because Chewbacca is on Kashyyyk,
and just about as old too.
Yep.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Chewie yet in the High Republic, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now, isn't he 400 years old by like the original trilogy?
But that's what I think I think they kind of fucked up because when they showed him in the Han Solo movie, they made him too young. Like they made him way too young. Like way too young. Because he looks like almost a teenager, like Wookiee style. It's like bro, he's like
you saw Boyaga age like 75 years in 1 year. So maybe Wookiees are like
but he kind of took back. Maybe they have big growth spurts. Maybe
they have a growth spurt.
Every 10 years they have a growth spurt and it ages them 100 years. Or some shit.
Who knows? And listen, those species that live forever, the longest lifespan. But we'll probably get Chewbacca. That's how Yoda probably finds out about Chewbacca. You know what I'm saying? Because remember when Yoda went on Revenge of the Sith, he knew Chewbacca, so Kashyyyk. So we'll see.
That's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny that one. I guess. Hey, you want to know something? Yeah, Dom. Actually, what you just said on how they fucking been doing Star Wars, that actually sounds like some shit they would do. Yes, that does sound like some shit they would do.
Marco, is it the holiday spirit?
No, it's not. No, he's right though. Like, is that not right? They would drop something. They drop Easter eggs that are familiar. We've talked about this on other shows too. People really want to like have a familiarity with everything. That's what all the movies are about now. It's all about like, oh, Easter egg this, Easter egg that, Easter egg this. And it does make sense. Like, it's better than half the stuff he says. 3/4, 90%,
98%,
99.6%. Yeah, 99.2 still, but still. Yeah, I mean, like that I can see that. And actually, that's one that I wouldn't have a problem with. I mean, even though it'd be.
I wouldn't have a problem with that either. You know why?
Even though it'd probably be shoehorned in there, I could deal with that. That's better than some of the other junk.
Look, at the end of the day, it's not the craziest thing. You put it there.
Yeah.
It won't throw everything off, and people won't be going, why Chewbacca? Because he actually fits in the timeline. So there you go.
All right, that's perfect. All right, so this didn't kill anybody here. Good job. We made it through the first segment.
Great. Young Jedi Adventures wins not 1, but 2 Child and Family Emmys. Bringing it home for Star Wars.
How excited are you, Wayseeker?
I am so excited because I get to show Nubs on the screen.
Raise your hand if hold on. Raise your hand if you even knew that 2 children and family Emmys were a thing. Okay. Yeah, nobody knew that. Wayseeker could be making all this shit up, and we could just be like dumb enough. You know what I mean? This could be his Santa's revenge.
You would have said 42, and then you would have known.
I have to give it to. I have to give it to Waveseeker. He shows this picture of Nubs, how cute and innocent and decent he looks. He's gonna be a turn up for dead when this just take care of him later on. He's done. So This is just
That's
He
this
is going to be the one that
the day Nub's head's rolling on the ground and you see Dom just cheering the day he's trying. Jeez.
Oh,
Dark
man.
Dom.
Yeah.
All right.
He's gonna be dissected. Gonna have him opened. Who stole his heart and his organs?
I don't know. I heard Bluey jumped up on stage, or Ringo and Bluey, is that something? Jumped up on stage and said, "This is a travesty, dude. Real artists should win, not Fuzzy Bears." Ringo and Bluey, is that a thing? Ringo and Bluey's a thing, right? It's dogs.
Yeah. Ringo and whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Bluey, yeah.
Dave Filoni came out this week and said Hera has always been Thrawn's foil and was through Star Wars Rebels, and teaches that going forward we're going to be seeing a lot more of Hera. And I actually agree with Filoni here with how it's set up. I was thinking about this, and I'm like, when you look at foils, right? You had Kanan and Ezra. Their foil were always the Grand Inquisitors, and are the Inquisitors.
Maybe.
Ahsoka's foil was always Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Hera's foil was Thrawn. I don't know who Sabine's foil was. That was what I was trying to figure out for Rebels. Sabine didn't have a foil, but this does make sense. And
well, she killed him. He's dead, but
Yeah, Sabine killed her foil in Rebels because he was the Mandalorian guy.
yeah, he was in like 3 episodes,
Five,
but I guess Gar Saxon or whatever.
Saxon, yeah.
That's about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
technically, because it was because he had technically hers is the machine that kills. I guess whatever.
And Zeb's foil was, of course, Callus for the longest time. So that makes
But
sense.
that was the loss of his species, which then turned out to not be it either. I agree with you. The only problem the reason why you got a 6-year-old girl eye roll out of me on this one is here we go. That means he's gonna fuck with it. And the problem was when he did it the first time, it was so good. Remember the thing in the office? Yeah. So good. And you're like, oh shit, he remembered he did that. Here he goes. He's gonna fuck this up. Right? Like, is this the point where we're at in Star Wars? Am I wrong? Because
you are so negative about Dave Filoni. Maybe he won't mess it up. Maybe he'll do it right.
No, this is the reason why. Wait, you've watched me for a very long time. I was Filoni and the boys. I was like, Filoniverse, here we come. And Dave we trust. I was the one who coined Dave we trust. And Dave we trust. And now, no, we do not trust Dave. We do. We trust in Dave. We trust to screw something up.
He can retcon everything and just do something new, like they never met before. You know how he is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm worried about.
You look familiar. A familiarity. Did I ever come across?
Yeah, right. See, Dom knows. Dom's got it locked in. That's exactly what he's going to do. This is the worry that I have because he has proven that that's what he does. Correct. I mean, it's not like I'm out here on a limb, right? It's not like I'm Darth Dom when he was in his dark stage. It's just following weird rabbit holes and making shit up. If you look at the track record of his live action, if you thought that if you didn't know who did the Clone Wars and the Rebels, right? And all you knew of Dave Filoni was his live action, you would naturally assume that he hated the guy that did the cartoon shit. He thought that shit was beneath him, and whoever does cartoons is a fucking clown. Would you not? Like, think about that. That's pretty much what it seems like.
He looks in the mirror. He looks in the mirror and goes, "I'm not that guy.
Yeah,
this guy.
Yeah, I'm this guy. I'm this guy. I got it. Hey, listen, I got even higher raised boots now. My boots are another 1/3 of an inch taller. Look at this hat.
Up now through my pockets. That's the type of guy he is, though.
I'm on Dom's side on this. Must be a Christmas spirit.
You know,
I'm worried.
Okay, aside, he's retconned so much stuff in the past, moving forward, that I would not be surprised if it does happen. Something that we're familiar with, he's going to change. And wait a minute, we're going to scratch our heads going, but they did had an interaction at the time.
Whatever you do, don't go back and read Dawn of the Jedi or whatever the Hera book is, because that's what he's going to retcon that shit next. You know that, right? He mentioned Ahsoka and how great the book was. Fuck that up. Now he's mentioning Hera. And by the way, that was a great book. So if you haven't read, what is it called, Waysinger? You know what I'm talking about? Is it Dawn of the Jedi?
A New Dawn.
A New Dawn. A New Dawn. Go read that book. It's really cool, but we're fucked. We're fucked.
Go ahead, Thade. Thade was trying to jump in here, but man, he couldn't with you and Dom going crazy.
I think he was just laughing.
I actually muted myself because I was full on lolling over here. But anyway, I don't know. Sometimes I appreciate what Dave does, and sometimes I don't. This really doesn't matter all that much to me, honestly. But I mean, if he does it, he does it. It's interesting. If he doesn't, he screws it up. Filoni. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really what it is right now.
That is what he's. Real quickly, I got a little video of Filoni in the mirror.
I'm handsome. I'm ruggedly handsome.
Oh yeah, got him. All right.
No, but I'm also just excited for. This means again, Filoni had to get for the most part the force sensitive people away, and so we're gonna get heavily centered on the non.
But he did.
Sensitives. He got everybody but Ezra off the board.
Look,
All right.
The way I see
Just
it,
saying. That's what's coming up.
You're pulling a Dom. You're just saying, huh? You're just saying. Okay, go ahead, Dom. Go, Dom.
No, I'm just, you think about it. Here's a guy that put out Ahsoka, the TV show, the series Ahsoka, and did not once tell the fans to go and the people that are just watching it to go back and watch Rebels and Clone Wars to get a little freshened up to really know what's going on. He just said, no, just watch a thing. So that means part of the stuff that he's done before, he's not happy with. If you really think
it's not, because he brought in all those Mortis God stuff, which you would have no clue about if you didn't watch Rebels. He brought in this weird world between worlds that wasn't the word between worlds because he cared. He's just pulling Dave. If Dave says something, 95% of the time he means the opposite thing.
Dom, give it to him again. I think Dom's right. I think he doesn't want people to watch the cartoons.
No, he wants people to watch the cartoons.
No, because if you watch the cartoons, then you're like, this shit makes no sense.
No, I don't.
Well, because if you watch the cartoons, there would have been more people thrilled with Ahsoka going, holy shit, I like where this is going. People were confused. They're like, what's going on? Mortis gods? What the hell is this? God? And people, only the shows that do the YouTube videos that actually talk about it were pushing stuff out saying, you got to watch this, you got to watch that. But Dave wasn't saying anything at all. And that's the problem.
Yeah, but there's also the problem, though. The problem is, once again, just like we talked about the last article, you're looking down the road where it's like, it didn't make sense. The Mortis gods, it's great. We're going to but we didn't really get them. We didn't get them.
No, we didn't get the Mortis gods, but we were.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. So, like, it doesn't matter because he didn't give us the Mortis gods. He did an Easter egg. He put an Easter egg in there, which, like, once again, doesn't mean, like you said, it doesn't mean shit because if you didn't watch the cartoons, which he tells you not to watch, doesn't mean shit. I mean, I don't know, man. Let's get it. I mean, it sucks because these two characters, I know what you're doing here. I know I just did this because I love these two characters. So, like, just move along. You're not going to ruin my Christmas spirit. Get off.
Oh, we will. Yeah. Star Wars A New Hope will be getting a Ojibwe dub. So it's coming out and they're dubbing it in this language. And it's Pablo Hidalgo is from Winnipeg, and that's part of the big tribe up there. And so he was really pushing for this for a while. And I'm
Canadian?
glad. What?
Canadian?
Yes, he's from Canada.
Boo him.
You love Pablo.
Yeah, not anymore. Go eat your poutine.
Come on. Yeah.
Get out of here. Go eat your Tim Hortons.
Do this in more.
Actually, you know what? I want to see that. You know why?
Languages.
Oh. I'm sorry, I want to watch. You know why? When they're dubbing in the words, how messed up the dubbing is. I love.
That would be funny. No, I don't understand why they don't do this.
I mean, I was watching Lupin or season 3 finally getting caught up with that. It's always messed up, but that's fine.
Yeah, who cares? No, they should have this in all language.
I watched it in Canadian Star Wars in Spanish one time, and it was funny because it's not even what they're saying. It's like,
nobody cares.
Yeah, but tell it out. That's if you ever go to a Spanish-speaking country, like, turn on the TV. It's hilarious when you watch the American stuff, dude. Yeah. But it's great. I mean, that's cool. I you guys know this. I love Japanese stuff, and a lot of it is subtitled, and it doesn't. Who cares? You know what I mean? And I just think how isn't this done already? They should have this in every language. Star Wars is a great property, especially these 3. and everybody should know about it. It's a good story to have. So
Yeah, I remember checking out when the movie Prey came out. I checked it out in actual because they recorded one in Lakota or it was Cherokee, and it worked out. It was really cool. I mean, the only part that they didn't dub in that movie is the Frenchman.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Wow.
Well, look, I'm actually happy that that's getting that. Star Wars should be universal, and it should be universe wide, and around the world, and it should get different languages all together, and that's pretty cool. And it's also beneficial, more money, other places that get it.
I hate to say this real quickly though, but BK was right in the chat about a comment he made about the last thing.
Thrawn would just be such a bad sexual lover.
So now we understand why you put that in there. I get it. Thanks a lot. He's right, but it is Christmas Eve. Everybody could be right one day.
Wave Seeker, I missed that hair, man.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right. Next one.
Acolyte is currently in the reshoot process, and so now that everything is done, they're finaling up the reshoots, which makes sense. So we're still I think on track for this one for late spring timeline.
You like her now that she's got Boba Fett shirt on?
Yeah.
All right.
You got the Visions Boba Fett shirt. Yeah, I actually just picked up that shirt, so I kind of.
There you go.
Oh, there you and her got something in common now. There
we go.
There's tons of rumors about There's tons of rumors about what's going on in the reshoots. I don't believe any of them. People like to talk about it, but we do know it is reshooting. So
that's what they always do before they put out a movie. Do people realize? Tom, can I ask you a question? Because we all know this. You watch these dumb shit fucking people on the YouTubes. You just mentioned a minute ago. Like every time that you hear them talk about a project and they say some shit like, "Oh, they're doing reshoots," so there's a problem. Do you notice that it's every fucking time, like every project?
They always do reshoots at the end of when the movie or the TV show is done and it's coming out. They do reshoots because there's certain things that they didn't get when they filmed it, and they're like dubs, like when if somebody's not if they have an alien and they have to dub the words in the mouth, they need to do reshoots for that to get the word, get the whole.
Yeah, but Tom, 90% of the time, 99% of the time, you come in here saying, "Oh, the project's in trouble because they're doing reshoots." No, but you just told us there what actually happens, Dom.
I like Sick Dom makes sense.
Wait, what?
Sick Dom actually makes sense.
No, that's actually what happens with reshoots.
You need to be sick all the time.
What the fuck?
I don't want to be sick all the time, man.
Dude, what? I thought he's gonna be like, but definitely this one's got issues or blah blah blah. No, every movie does reshoots, and you're right. It's typically because of dubbing, or when one of the things went through, there was an angle that didn't add up, or the background stuff was fucked, and they couldn't take care of it through CG.
The background, the
lighting situation. Yeah, somebody left that. Yeah,
all the different things that they have to put in the show, they have to do it once they finally film it, and
it's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. I don't either. Go next. I don't know. Set it up. Put it down.
Just some small news for the rest of the stuff out here. The Living Force, which is coming out in the spring, it's John Jackson Miller's. The story will be taking place on the planet Quinn. You might remember Quinn if you are one of the Legends people that like the Red Harvest and some of the Star Wars RPG games. They announced that the book will be coming with an in-depth map of the planet. So that's
nice guy too. Really nice guy.
That's cool, I guess. Going forward. Oh, go ahead, Thade.
I was just going to say interesting.
Yeah. This one's not going to make Margot happy at all, but Kevin Scott came out and said that High Republic issue 6, which is coming out in April, is going to be a flashback issue and will take place during Phase 2 timeline. So they're going to be
hopefully everybody dies.
Going to be interrupting the story, and go in a flashback issue.
Yeah, that's exactly if you look at all other comics that suck, that's what we should be doing, because we do it in the other Star Wars line that nobody fucking literally. No, I was reading the comics this week, and then I was talking to people. I went to the boards to see why people come. There's one book, this Darth Vader. There was no comments. Nobody read the book. bro, Darth Vader.
You understand they already spoiled the end of the story.
I get Darth Vader. Vader. It's not like he's an important character in Star Wars. Nobody read Darth Vader this week. Nobody. I did. One person. What the fuck?
I didn't read it. I already read the end of the story. I don't even know what happens.
They have to do, they're doing a flashback, either A, because they're talking about this character, B, he's coming back in some kind of form in friggin' the third.
We all want more Tay. That's what we want.
Exactly. So basically,
as long as we don't get Mac, we're okay.
Yeah, in a comic book, in a story in comics, when they talk about a character in the past, that means he's coming back for the future. So basically, something is brewing with this character.
Maybe, but that's already issue 6. By 8, it's got to be done, and then they're gonna.
This line's gonna be like 20 issues.
Yeah. I know, but they're gonna arc it out 860 24. Yeah. So I mean.
But Tay could show up again later.
I got no problem. Listen, that's not the problem I have is the flashback problem. That does not work. It just doesn't work in Star Wars. It's bad. It's never good. It always leads to nonsense. Well, I mean, that's what that Vader book is. It's really flashback. We're getting a story that we already know the ending.
So the only thing I hope for here is we get Marta's first appearance because we still haven't got Marta in comics.
Oh yeah. All right, that's fair.
Give me Marta. You're gonna go flashback. Give us an important character and give us.
Okay, I can live with that. I can kind of live with that, but like. I'm kind of also over it. Yeah. No, yeah. Don't just, take some vitamin C.
Yeah.
Down goes down. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, yeah.
I don't play this game. Galaxy of Heroes. I haven't played it for like 7 years. I didn't even know it still was going on, but people are still playing this game, I guess, on their phone.
Yeah, I do.
And Darth Bane is making its way to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So I mean,
my son tonight literally goes, "What's that Star Wars game? Is that a game?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What is it?" I go, "I can't remember." He's like, "Can we press it to see what's going on with it?" I was like, "Don't," because it'll probably just send you a bunch of like microtransaction like ads or whatever. He's like, "Oh, okay," but I probably should have. I would see that Darth Bane's back. I don't think he's been. It has been a long time. What was this? What did this thing do again?
It's
just like a 5-on-5 original fantasy, like
right?
Like,
what they do play? What explain it?
Okay, so it's a 4-on-4. It's similar to other games like
Final
Marvel
Fantasy
Future
type
Fight,
thing.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
It's like a Final Fantasy type thing.
Yeah,
but like it's got different game modes that are different. So
I mean,
different like you'll have the 4-on-4 stuff, which is like part of the storyline or whatever. And then there's what they call PvP, where you have to fight another actual players, teams that they set or whatever. So it goes like that.
Yeah,
And
I just remember it got boring.
They've released characters from like all over Star Wars into that game. So
yeah, but didn't it? It became a lot of microtransactions, right?
It's not as bad as some games, but all those mobile games have microtransactions. So yeah.
Yeah, well.
Is this the same game that had Dr. Aphra, had Raid and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Did you have Dr. Aphra in it?
Yeah.
Well, I quit before that started. I quit before that.
Yeah, I haven't played. I guess it's probably been 7 years.
We had Dr. Aphra and the droids at one
Yeah.
time, like a couple of 2 years ago, something like that. They dropped them in there. So I thought that once they dropped them in a game, that means moving forward more.
No, that's not. This game just drops anybody and everybody.
Because how it works is every character they drop, you can buy stuff for to get it because it makes it the meta.
Well, what they do with that too is like they'll drop the character, and then a couple years down the road, if there's a reason to update the character, they'll drop like a skin for the character or something of that nature. And so mobile games like this have what they call a free to play, and then people who pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll give you like a way to get the premium characters up to the next like tier or whatever. They'll give you stuff in the game to do that if you're free to play and don't pay any money on it, but it just takes longer. The pay to play is just get the stuff like that the day it releases or whatever. So
I mean, I always play free to play, so I'm cheap.
You are cheap.
I've been playing the Marvel version of this Freedom Fight since the game came out 8 years ago, and they have what they call whales in the game that are people who spend lots and lots of money, Well, I'm an orca. I've spent some money on the game, and there's this maintenance pack I buy that gives you premium currency a certain number a day for a month,
Mhm.
and I pay for that package. It's like that.
Yeah, I don't mind paying for games I want to play, but like I don't understand the
Yeah.
people that pay like $500 every time a character drops, which
Yeah.
it's crazy.
They're a lot of the whales are doing it so they can have top rated characters or whatever.
I mean, I guess
So.
if you're streaming it on like Twitch and you get like tons of money because people are watching you, then you do it. But other than
I
that,
like top rated.
What's funny with a lot of these games is that if you do content creation on YouTube for them, they have like programs where you get free stuff for the game.
Yeah.
And sometimes the things that they give you is like every month that you're what's called a star creator or a content creator for a game, they'll give you like $40-$50 worth of stuff that you would pay for in the game anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For basically advertising the game for them,
Yeah.
All right. Well, this
so
game's still there, I guess.
Darth Bane. I love Darth Bane, one of my favorite characters. I'm still not downloading this game, but it is tempting to download this game.
Yeah.
But
I guess it's still there. Yeah.
So we got some Star Wars flannel shirts that just recently released. You can see they got some designs on them on the bottom. And so, you're all in that R2 one over there. And I think that's a Yoda over there. So if you're big into flannel shirts, I don't know what this company is, RSVLTS, but they do lots of, I guess, stuff like this.
A lot of different, they do outfits, a lot of shirts and clothing.
They also released 8 new Star Wars koozies, including a Boba Fett koozie and some others. So if you're big into, need some koozies, they have an 8-pack of koozies that you can buy for Star Wars. Pick them up for a post-Christmas present if you haven't got somebody a Christmas present.
I'll get the Boba Fett koozie for my biz.
Tom's gonna need 8 Boba Fett ones because he's been drinking 8 ones at one time.
Those adult onesie pajama sets? I saw one that was Darth Vader.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't see Marco or Dom as flannel people, so yeah. This is going for us.
Funny, all kidding aside, growing up, I seen old people wear flannels and I always made fun of them. I want to wear flannels now because flannel is warm.
Yeah.
Man, I remember I went through my flannel stage during my grunge era in the 90s. So
yeah. No.
Yeah. All right, some more Christmas gifts. If you're looking for Christmas gifts,
hey,
they do the R2K2 patches or KT patches. These are all proceeds go to Make-A-Wish. You can pick up a set for $20 plus shipping, which is I think $3 for shipping, or you can get one for $8 each. And so, would like to get some Star Wars patches. I actually think I really like the first one, and I like the middle one too. I don't the last.
I love the first one. The first one's the shit.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yep. And so, if you like patches, you like Star Wars, you like to donate to good cause, just Google R2KT patches and
funny, patches are expensive, man. I was trying to buy a few patches.
$8 each, 20 for a set. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are actually a lot of money, man. It's like there's a few that are rare ones that are like hard to get, and I'm like, damn.
I tried to make one originally for our shows, like 3 years ago. It's pricey as shit to make patches. Like the price point alone to make them, and then like there's a lot of issues with copyright and shit that it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
All right, cool. These are cool, man.
Yeah, these are good. I think I got one more thing for us today. This is the this year's Lucasfilm annual Christmas card. We're going to be going through some of the old Christmas cards and talking about them a little bit later, but they just released this one. As you can see, there are choppers in the back. You got horrible. You got Grogu holding up
Indiana Jones, which is kind of funny.
It's Lucasfilm.
Lucasfilm.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's not like they only do Star Wars.
Yeah, they do a little bit of everything. Some of these. Yeah. Hey, when did it is 21 the last year they actually sent out cards?
I think so. I think
21
they stopped actually sending them out cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sucks.
So you got Grogu holding your favorite character there, Dom, in all of Star Wars.
But that's not Babu Frick. That's one of the other characters. One of the
other Babu Fricks.
I love in the show when those things show up. No squeezy, no squeezy.
Talking, you know, when they talk Cajun.
That's because Dom thinks they swear. Dom's like,
Yo, they do swear. They said, "What the fuck?" They said,
they did not say that.
"Come on,
Come on,
break down the video."
Come on.
What the fuck?
Yeah, if you can get a lot of things to say that if you want, dude.
That is
all right. So yeah, we're gonna cover some of the expensive, like the real cards that were expensive. Wayseeker's gonna do that for a seg. We got a couple other things. We're gonna cover some expensive. We're covering a lot of different stuff today too. I'm gonna go through comics, and last week too last couple of weeks we've had a couple comments about like the market too. So I've added the 1-100s for the end, so we can take a look at that real quickly. Speaking of books that nobody effing read, Darth Vader. Yeah. So there's droids that want to take over Darth Vader. We already know what happens, but he has a flashback. Then he blows up a bunch of people and a bunch of droids. And then he has a back and forth. And people are watching him on a screen with the Emperor again. Whoop-de-doo. And this is probably the only part that there's a new group now that is going to try to recruit Darth Vader to join their side. The end. It was bad. The book, I can see why nobody read it. Like, it was bad. It was everything that they've done in every Vader book before. Like, oh, there's a flashback of him and the Emperor. Oh, you need to be more evil.
I really have a feeling they come into the end because I know that the newer books coming out, they're getting closer to the Return of the Jedi. So once that happens, I think
we still got a year.
Yeah, this is gonna be the Empire Divided storyline. It doesn't sound like we're gonna get saved with Vader, unfortunately.
But so like the whole thing with Vader is like he let these things in to like take him over.
Yeah,
and then he just changed his mind and destroyed them. Like the whole story.
Well, he also blew up some rebels too, like as usual. It's the same shit over and over again. We've seen it literally. I think in this last year we've seen that story, the exact same story 4 times. So he blew up some rebels. He blew up some robots. He had a fight with Empire.
Lucasfilm really have to sit back and their comic line. It has to get back, have people sit back and really make some.
The only guy
next year.
The only guy I don't know who it is who's the guy with the mouth trap on. I don't remember him from anywhere. The other two I remember, but
I don't know. Wasn't he? No. Wasn't
Who
there
cares?
a?
Oh, go ahead.
In one of the comics, wasn't there an Imperial that had the mouth?
Maybe. I don't really care that much. Actually. It seems so terrible, anyways. All right, let's get into Revelations. It came out. It was almost exactly what everybody expected, except for Dom. Here are the stories. I broke them down. We got Star Wars: A Trick of the Mind. It was what we told you it was going to be. Literally, there's a lady, an attorney, trying to defend Dangir from getting, and she uses saying that the Jedi created a mind trick. The judge said there are no such thing as Jedis anymore. She lost, and then she said, "Oh, I have a phone call. It's Lando." Okay, it was a story. There's the Mace Windu story. Mace playing an undercover person in a prison. All of a sudden, he jumps up. He needs this data. The guy's like, "I'm not going to give you the data. I'm going to put it into this one droid." All these droids start attacking him. Mace goes after the droid. The guy's like, "Hey, listen, the droid's already gone, and my partner's going to bail me out." It's cool, man. It sounds good. It sounds like what we told you is going to be. Mace Windu doing undercover work, doing espionage shit every once in a while, like going solo and kicking ass. He does jump out into the water, which makes no sense. But besides that, looks pretty good. Didn't give you the whole breakdown, but gave you the gist of it. Mace Windu #1. We're going to see it. Obviously, that's going to tie into that female character who also is kind of in that mid-level. It's probably how they're going to have their situation. Dr. Aphra, Tall Tales. We get a Tales from a bounty hunter pretty much. It was okay. It had all the Aphra characters in there. One of the characters is telling a story about their greatest fight of all time, how they got these twins, that 2-1 shot, and then had to fight a monster. And then at the end, you just see her take off her mask and say, "I'm going to now start hunting Aphra," which is good because it resets to what we want. Aphra going on these things where she's going after artifacts and such and getting chased by bounty hunters or bad guys and blah, 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 blah. It's good. Sounds like it's going to line up Aphra well.
That's the first appearance of that character.
Okay, well, if it is, it's not going to get kicked. It's going to be long.
Yeah. Also, I mean, the key there is to be continued. So that's what we've been saying. It's getting rebooted.
Yeah.
And
it's good. Yeah, it's going to be a good reboot. So there we go. Darth Vader, Tool of an Empire.
Is it getting better?
Did you just see the Vader book where we saw the same fucking thing happen? He went out there, he broke up some droids, he beat up some fucking rebels, he had a fucking discussion and read flashbacks with the Emperor, and there's another squad here. Who gives a shit? Okay.
Zed's back. Zed's back.
Nobody cares. That's actually not good. Jango Fett, pretty good. It's like we thought. He went in there, yeah, this, that, the other thing. And by the way, you owe me. Nope. I'm going to have this guy attack you. Now I'm going to fight that thing. I'm going to strap him down with a pew. This was kind of crazy, though. A little spoiler alert. Did you see who's at the end, Dom?
No, wait.
They're bringing Singh back.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
Aura Singh is coming back. So there you go. And she's going to be following him while he hunts down other people. This is kind of the book we hoped Bounty Hunters was going to be. Apparently it wasn't, but we're going to get some of it through the Jango Fett story. This really does tailor back to the, like, if you guys remember the single storyline stuff that they used to do with Dark Horse, where you get like the Bounty Hunter books, like the Jango Fett book. You got the, what's the name of the, didn't Singh have a book? Singh might have had a book.
No,
you might get,
who's the one that changed?
Vessel or what?
Van Wessel. Yeah.
You might get her coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care who comes back. I'm just saying, like, you're going to get that style, which is is nice. I think that's kind of
this, because you're right. This one book alone actually outshined Bounty.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
this little story, this little 8 pages, it was way better than anything that's come out of Bounty Hunters.
But that's how it should be. Give us those little 4 arc stories and give us something different.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sweet. It's going to be good. Bring back a character we haven't seen in a while, have them 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, whatever.
You get a Boba Fett story.
We don't need a whole orgy of Bounty Hunters. We just need 1 or 2. All right. The High Republic. Scott, it's okay. It's weird because this is the problem. I actually read the High Republic book before I read this book. And the High Republic book this week was pretty good. We'll get into it. But it follows what's her name? Who are we following here? Wayseeker. Evie, yeah. It follows Evie. Evie actually looks older, huh?
Kiwi,
but she looks older here than she does. I couldn't place where this was because of I don't want to spoil what happens in the book later, but she's around the same area, but it looks like it's before, but she looks older for some reason. Either way, she finds some guy who has a lightsaber and he's like, oh crap, I need some help. She's kind of on the run. She sees the Nihil have a bunch of stuff, and Nihil hits her in the back. The guy ends up throwing the lightsaber to her. She kills the Nihil, and then she gets sad face because she thinks about other stuff, but says thank you very much. I don't know. The art in here was really bad. The storyline was pretty good, though. It looks like they're going to be... The game looks so fun. Does it? It looks like there's going to be a lot of fighting between the Nihil... It looks like there's going to be a lot of fighting between the Nihil and the Kiwi, and maybe a couple of Cert or Kurt or whichever one it is. Turk or Cert is on there too. So it looks like they're going to continue. If you've read the High Republic book, it looks like they're going to move along and then now just start going and having like a, what would you say, almost like an X-Force type team infiltrating the Nihil area, right?
Yeah,
was that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And that looks good. I mean, that's kind of what we wanted out of it. I don't know why Kiwi aged 90 years, but whatever.
I just don't think the story was necessary because we already are in this High Republic story. It didn't really preview anything.
Yeah.
But it was a weird addition.
It was, but afterwards, because of where it stopped in the High Republic book, it kind of was right. I thought the exact same thing. I was like, cool, but we already knew this, right?
Yeah.
But I was glad they didn't do something else. I'm not going to get into it until later. Jabba the Hutt, this was the one that Dom said was going to be great.
Dom wants Rick and Roll to be the best character ever.
Yeah. It's kind of this has got very clownish, like almost, what's the name of the rabbit?
Jackson?
Yeah, kind of Jackson, almost like yeah, but not as good. It does have some of that old school Dark Horse, the main Star Wars line where they'd have the artists do shit in the back of the book feel to it. This character's horrible. I don't know. He does a bunch of stuff for Jabba because he owes him a debt, and then he gets put in charge of these two idiots. And
part of the Nikto gang. The gang. not the Nick gang, just their gang called. That they
The
first
Nobody
appeared.
Cares gang.
But what?
In the Star Wars, in the original Star Wars line, they had these characters.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We
The
get
most
that.
interesting thing is like to be
How
continued question mark. So like
how
we
they
haven't
wind
seen
up with
this
Mando.
story coming forward in anything they've released so far, and so
You don't think? Well, okay, so I have an answer to that. I think they're coming out with a Jabba the Hutt one shot again.
one shot or four.
One shot, like you know how they did the last one where they did a Jabba the Hutt one shot thing. I think they're doing it again. So we're gonna get another Jabba the Hutt, which means we're gonna get a couple other ones too. Which I mean, it's okay, but I'm not. The problem with it is I'm not gonna pay $7.99 to read this. No offense, I'm just not going to. Dom, you gonna pay $7.99? Anybody here? Anybody
No.
say
No.
Mm-mm. I mean, I'll pay the $5 to read High Republic. I'll pay. Shoot, I'd even pay the $7 to read this book, to read the Django thing. I'll pay $7 if it's a one shot to read Django Fett stories. I'm just not doing it for this. And then, last but not least, we did have the two, insert pages of Thrawn in black and white. We got the one where he meets Anakin, and the other one where it's the Vader thing. And then they revealed the issue 2 variant cover by Wu. So
This was so lame. This was just to put Thrawn on the cover.
I think the Roz cover is good. I like the Roz cover.
The Raza, yeah, but we already knew that was coming.
To get on the cover with the Thrawn on the back.
Yeah, I think that's okay. That's actually, isn't that art too? Isn't that Raza? Wasn't that Raza like promo art or something similar? It was something.
Yeah.
So that's not.
3 covers look nice. The that second cover sucks. I don't really like that cover.
Which one? Well, that's the only new cover. That's the only cover that's new. So
the first cover is nice. I like the first cover.
Well, that's for number 1. That's one of the variants for 1. The U is the second cover is the U. That's a new cover that we haven't. I mean, it wasn't readily seen. The third cover, the Raza, we've already seen. That's been out for a while, and so has the Reyes. So you don't like the incentive? That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever. All right, now we're gonna get into Afra, or are we? We'll see.
This was good. I like this book.
Well, first off, a lot of these books were fucked up, especially on the East Coast. There's a lot of dings and they came in damaged. We didn't have that problem, but a lot of other people did. So I don't know if it's a distribution problem. I don't know if it's Penguin going to Diamond and Diamond dropped the truck again or whatever the shit's happening. But I do know that a lot of people, the books were messed up for. All right. You thought this was good?
I actually really enjoyed this book. Yeah.
Well, okay. You're going to get a little bit more options. I did put in more pages than I probably normally would. The only reason is because we kind of know what's going to happen. Oh, I know why you like this book. Get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to cover this book anymore.
Oh, goal.
Yeah, I know why now. So Tag's there. She's like, listen, I got to send you out because you're one of the Tag family members and they're going to try to take over the ship. I can't let them do that. I have to blow everything up because this has got all the data. And if they take over all the Tag stuff, they win and we lose. So she starts fighting in the meantime. This is why he likes it, because Afra and Xanos is back. Oh, yay. And they're like, look, they're fighting. I got to get there. Tag goes on with dipshit who's already dead in the real world. So it's a backstory, which you can't. This is why we understand that Wayseeker speaks out both sides of his mouth. He hated Vader because we already knew the end, but we already knew the end of this, and he didn't hate this book.
Afra and Santa are just better together. Like they belong together.
Horrible.
They've always belonged together.
They haven't.
And we finally
honestly, hold on. If you actually take Sanus out of this, she literally serves no purpose in here.
It's not the point. It's the point that they belong together. The whole story's about them being together.
Yeah, which is not a story I give a shit
It is a good story. That's the story we want.
That's no, that's not.
Dragging it out like it's
Wayseeker. Maybe you and the rest of the people that watch daytime soap operas give a shit, but the majority of Afro fans want to see murder droids, her hunting artifacts, and eluding Darth Vader or some type of violence. Nobody wants to see her hold hands with anybody through a fucking storyline and stop the middle of the story so they can say, I love you, but I love you too, but I love you. I love you too, but I love you more. Nobody gives a shit, Wayseeker. No, anybody on this panel give a shit about that? No, thank you. Wayseeker trying to destroy comics.
Born in his body, so that's all right.
Hey, listen,
anyways,
listen,
go ahead.
I like Dr. Afra by herself, but she's the archaeologist. I don't give a shit.
Thank you. That's what everybody wants. This is why this has been one of the worst. Wayseeker, here's the problem with your argument. This has been one of the worst Afra runs. One of the worst Afra runs. That is unanimous among fans.
There's two runs. This one has been really good when it's not been having to be.
No, this is one. Hey, listen, this has not been good. Everybody will argue that this has not been good. So here we go.
It's only good in your eyes, Wayseeker. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so they get through. They do that. They say, I love you. I love you. Could you take her onto the ship? Fine. And this is how much she loves her. Afra's like, yeah, I love you so much. Oh, by the way, take off. She takes off. She goes, yeah, I don't love you that much. I'd rather just fly this ship into the planet and blow myself up. And she's like, but you said you love me. Yeah, well, too bad. Kaboom. I blew myself up into the planet. We obviously know she didn't die. That's how you avoid a crazy ex-girlfriend. You act like you kill yourself and you go on with life. The end. It was a pretty good ending because Wayseeker's just thinking that they're in love. In the meantime, Dr. Afra is faking blowing up a ship and killing herself just so that she could get away from this stalker Santa Staros.
Santa will always be there for her whenever she needs her.
Stalker, yeah. Restraint. Apparently in the universe, restraining orders don't work well. It looks like Afra has taken out multiple restraining orders on Santa, and she for some reason still
Afra keeps coming back though.
That's not true. Afra is now trying to
come back for help.
Excuse me,
nowhere else to turn.
Wayseeker, please tell me what happened to this last panel.
I understand she left.
She literally faked killing herself to get away from Santa Staros.
Listen, the previous you said the story so funny. You have my wife laughing.
My wife is laughing. Good. Reliable. She just is a pure force of love.
Hey, Afra literally goes, chick, you so crazy. I'm going to blow myself up into the planet. Now we know she didn't die, but like that's what she's doing.
You know, Santa's gonna welcome her.
No.
In another future comic run.
Nobody wants to see that. To end this arc, the only way they figured they could get out of this arc is that they took the main character and had her fake her own death, bro. The storyline you want is not the storyline anybody else wants, including the person writing it. Literally,
and Nubs come out with a storyline.
Yeah, you can have Staros and Nubs come out with a story. Literally,
I want Avon Staros to come out with Nubs. I think that would be a really fun. The Tinkerer.
Do you know how bad? Do you know how bad it's got to be when the writer goes, you know what? Just to get rid of the storyline, I'm gonna have the main character that I need to write on fake her own death. Bro, that's what just happened there.
No.
Yeah, seriously.
Ron would just be such a bad sexual lover.
Yeah, but apparently Santa Staros would be great. So there you go. All right.
They're going to get back together. That's just how it works.
Good Lord. All right, next up. So that book was kind of shit. If you guys haven't seen the thing, I'm going back and forth with decent books, crappy books. We got High Republic. Look, even compared to the preview book that we had out this week, this High Republic was really good, man. It really was. We got they go back with Kiwi. They kind of go through some of the training stuff where they're showing her training with the things on. We get that is not Chewbacca, by the way. That is Keevoff or whatever his name is, which is looking back there, and you get Skier. We show Skier picking her as a Padawan, and then it flashes forward to her being, if you remember the last book, she got trapped by Laura D, taken in prison, and D is working with the Hutts. So this Hutt's like, yo, dude, listen, you Jedi teamed up with my sister, and now she's dead. I want to know what happens. And as soon as Kiwi's like, yo, bro, because I was like, damn, didn't D kill her? And I was like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden you see
the Dingir did, remember? The Dingir took over.
No, that's not what happened. So then anyways, they're like, well, we're going to go in her mind and figure out what happens. And she's like, well, you can figure out all you want what happens. And then Laura D's got like this restraining bolt on her and she quakes her again. In the meantime, Skirt and Kurt and Skeet and Skier, or whoever these two twins are that nobody cares about, and still aren't dead for some reason. Actually, very important point on one of them. They did, Wayseeker's right. They made one of them super important in this book, by the way. Anyways, they're out there trying to fight Nihil. They cannot beat the Nihil for some reason, which is, but then they make that one superhero powered. In the meantime, we get an older version of, what's this kid's name again? I can't remember what this kid's name is.
Silas?
Yeah, Silas. Yeah. So we get an older version of Silas coming in. The other one, Turk, is down on the ground, and he's like, "Oh crap, my plane's down. I'm down on the ground." They're like, "Is he dead?" No, he's still fighting, and he's down there with the squad, and they're like, "Yeah, come on, we're fighting everything." And they're like, "Dude, I can't believe you haven't given up." And he's like, "Oh, here comes the dude, the guy that's mutated, which we like, the Dangir guy. That's one of the Nihil.
The storm, yeah.
I think they call him the Executioner or whatever they call him. He's going crazy. He's killing people left and right. They switch back, and now you see it. Dee's going to execute her. He's like, "She's the one who killed your sister. I'm going to execute him." And she's like, "No, that's not what happened. I'm going to let the dude look in my head, and he can figure out what happened." And she's like, "Don't do it. I'm just going to kill her." And it's like, "Oh, shit, what happened?" Yeah, that's right. Laura D ended up shooting the sister, the Jabba the Hutt sister, in the head. And she's like, "Oh shit." And then Dee's like, "Yo, you shouldn't have said that." And then the big brain guy that was sucking Kiwi's brain out, making her eyes turn purple. Why? I don't know why her eyes turned purple while this was happening, or mouth goes open like that. Whoever's drawing this has got issues. But anyways, Dee ends up scooshing her right in the head, so she gets a sluck. And then in the meantime, this Hutt fella shoots her in the back and is like, "Listen, I trusted that guy." Then Grandpa Troll Nihil's like, "Listen, you can't listen to the Jedi. They screwed us." And he's like, "I believe the dude that you guys just killed, not you. So you better start running." And then he just belly flops on top of him and kills him with a thumb. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's kind of a sweet ass way. I mean, it sucks to die that way, but it's kind of a sweet ass way for him to kill somebody instead of shooting him. He shoots back at D. Yeah. D's like, "Yo, dude, I'm getting out of here." Dee, boom. Kiwi saves Dee's life. In the meantime, they shoot back to see Turk on the ground and Cert in the air. And they're like, "Oh, man, I can't believe what's going on." And he's like, "Listen, tell them all we're on the same time. The Hutts and the Jedi are back together. You can stop having your people attack us." The only problem is there's a bunch of Nihil out there, too. And while they're doing it and they're saying that, one of the Nihil guy goes, "Oh, I'm going to stab this dude." And then all of a sudden, pew, a shot comes through. They shoot down the mutated thing. So hopefully we get some backstory on him. It looks like we're going to get bit because I don't know all of it. But Cert goes to try to save his life. He's like, "Oh, you Jedi, always try to help with the light." And Cert's like, "Yeah, I don't know why you got such a big fucking problem with him." He goes, "Do you see my eye? You see how it's all fucked up?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, what's up with that?" And he's like, "There's this guy. He took my eye. I know you, Jedi." And then they show this outline. And if you recall, there's that part where Skier was going through the psycho thing after he lost his head and was just stabbing and killing people. Well, apparently this was one of the Nihil that he went fucking Trandoshan crazy on. And then all of a sudden Kiwi hears over the mic and she's like, "Oh shit, you're talking about my master." To be continued. I thought it was good. But then I was worried that they're going to do too much Skier and her storyline again, which I don't really. We kind of got a full load of that in phase 1. So I'm kind of cool with seeing the preview for Revelations that we're going to have her. And as you can see there, she doesn't look as old as she does in Revelations, but we're going to have them now going after that Nihil on attack form, squadron style. It's going to be the twins and her, and they're going to be dropping in on planets and just chopping down Nihil, which I think
the twins are just so bad. I don't want that. I just don't want any more twins. I don't know.
I know.
I thought one of them was going to die last. I was happy that one of them.
Did I put it in here? Did I put in what one of the twins did? I didn't. One of the twins killed a nameless. Yeah, I didn't put it in here. After these guys are talking for a little bit, why they really start getting going is if you see in the background, there's a white thing. It's a nameless. He kills one of the name. Oh yeah, because I gave the same panel twice. Oops, my bad. Yeah, in one of the panels, I guess I'll post it up on IG. But this one is the one that was attacked. I think it's Kurt or Turk, whatever. Scarrett was attacked by a Nihil originally, and he survived. And now it's like a venom. So now he's almost immune to it. Yeah, he's not immune, but he's almost immune to it. Yeah, it's like he doesn't get sick from him or anything. So they're like, "Holy crap, they use the Force, blah blah blah." He says, "Yeah, they're creatures or whatever, but they're not stronger than because the Force is stronger than their creatures." That's what he's saying here. So the panel before this, he actually killed a nameless. They don't show him kill it, they just show it dead at his feet. So I don't know how he did it. It hasn't explained how he done it, but they are so important now that they can kill the nameless. So they're going to definitely have a big part in. They're definitely going to have the twins they're not going anywhere. They're going to have a big part in this thing. So that kind of sucks because they were sucky characters. But apparently, which is kind of fucked up because Well, now there's two people. You know this now, right? Because who else? What's her name? In the last book in Adventures. Remember we went through it and everybody's like, oh, that's cool. We got this book because we got
Lula.
Yeah, but Lula came back. Yeah, it wasn't just Lula. Who's the Grand Master? The one in the chair. She survived the attack too now.
Oh.
So so my theory is that if you survive the attack, you somehow get this like, oh, by the way, Skier did too, but you somehow get this like, it's almost like an antidote. Like it's like getting a vaccine or something. Like you get a buildup for the shit. So like,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think that might be what they're going for, man. It's like, huh?
I know who you're talking about, the old lady.
Yeah, the one that was part of the group with
that was from
the Blade.
Yeah,
it was with the Blade. It was Blade, Bell, her, and
they were on
that planet.
That planet.
So I guess now there's at least 3 to 4 characters that are immune to the Nameless, and I think that's going to be our answer down the road on how they kill them. But
how they defeat them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like whether they're sending in this crew, it seems like this is going to have 2 members. It's going to have Skier and it's going to have either Kurt or Turk. I can't remember which one is immune to it. Maybe they both are because like the other one had a mental breakdown. Who knows? But whatever's going on with it,
connected brainwave. Why?
Yeah, they're going to have 2 people who are immune to the Nameless and can fucking take them out now. So like, tides are about to start changing, bro.
That's actually a good thing.
Yeah, it's good because the Nameless was too OP. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
have a little fair fight. All right, next week, next week we have Dark Droids, which has already ended, but for some reason, a month later, we still have storylines coming out that aren't finished. There's the 25-cent copy. There's also the 1 in 100. Special note: after we're done going through next week in FOC, because this was suggested a couple weeks ago with the 1 in 100s. Let's also look at some of the incentives and how they've been doing over time. We are going to have a small little 5 going through all 5 of these because it's the end of it. 1 in 100 look back, kind of see what all the prices are on the 1 in 100s. All right, there's all the covers.
They're just hard to find. I mean, that's the thing about these 1 in 100s. Not to spoil anything, but
we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into that. Also, then we've also got next week's gonna be a shit week.
This is all for Dom. Dom is gonna be spending so much money, so much money next week. Because there's gonna be so many Boba Fett covers.
Dude, remember when everybody loved Hans?
Yeah,
like Stephanie Hans. I still like her. She's pretty good, but like that Hans cover is okay just because it's a little different.
I want that cover.
The what? The Hans is what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's all right. It's a cool cover. You should be able to find that pretty easily.
This story right here, this episode is one of the best episodes in the Mandalorian series, The Believer. This was a fantastic episode, man. Come on, man. Better than the other shit that they put out, man. I love this episode.
We're just going to move on. We can move on.
I love this episode.
It's Christmas.
Thanking you. Also, now here's the thing. Last week I was going to put this on the FOC. Wayseeker, because he doesn't deal with American distributors. He only deals with Canadian distributors for some reason, even though he lives in Colorado. Was like, yo, dude, don't put it on there because it's coming out next week. There's no FOCs coming out this week, for the most part, people would know. However, Wayseeker found one place. It's called someplace in Canada. Yeah, well, whatever. We try not to promote other places. But apparently, since he did that, which we shouldn't have done because you could have all ordered this book last week, you now can order it only through them this week on FOC. I would suggest.
And that B cover is so awesome.
This might be one of those ordering issues again things. If you guys recall, we had that Star Wars anniversary one where there was a little bit of a snafu with the ordering situation. We're not saying that's going to happen, but it feels like how this is shaking up because it was a very tricky FOC that you might want to try to get that B cover, guys. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. That for FOC. Here we go. The 1 in 100. So there's 5 of these. This won't take long. We'll go back and look at them. These were the books that at one point Dom said these are the sweetest things in the world. I said, wow, they're okay, but I wouldn't pay $100 for it. This was number 1. Now there was that foil R2D2 that's not doing well anywhere. I think you can get that for $1 or 5.
Ouch.
But here you go with this. You've got the 1 in 100. The high on this never got that high. It was only $90. The low was $30.90. Last 3 sales, $39.19, $69.99, and $39.99. a 9.8 had sold, I think, last week, the 17th. Is that whatever? Is that this week?
Jedi bought it. Did Jedi get it? Because
I don't know.
I mean, whoever got it was a good deal. That's
You got for $50, bro. So
good deal.
that's a 9.8 of a 1 in 100 graded. $50.
Wow.
The next one did have a decent high. Its high was $104.99. This was the week of. Its low was $25. Its low for $25 sold on December 11th. The sales previous to that were $65 and $100. Available, there's $60 raw. There's also raws that are in the $200, but you're seeing some of these fall down, or as you see people accept best offers, you're seeing people dump these books. Number 3, a droid that I don't know why anybody would care about. However, the high, because after the last high, and there must not have been much going on that week, people decided to pay $124.36 for the high. The low with 9 bids was $16.50 about 2 weeks ago. The last 2 sales, just sales, no auctions, $25, $24.99. The problem with this book here is their lowest available is almost $90. However, I think some people bought during the $100, $120 height of this book, and there is almost all the other copies are in the like 200 plus range. So there's an $89.99, and there's like probably like a 60 or 70. But remember, this is 3, and this is actually where the tide turned on this book, because then people started to not order it anymore. They got stuck with books.
They're nice books. The black, because it's gonna be hard for 9.8s if you really think about it, because of black border.
No, it's not, because they're 1 in 100s and they ship them different now. That's that hard 9 black thing. That's, I mean, if it's a book that's been in $1, how that works, guys, is if a 1 in 100, a lot of these ratio variants now go straight to the distributor, or from the distributor to the person. They bag and board it right away. They're not letting a 1 in 100 hit the finger fucking rack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not getting a guy blow his hand into his nose into his hand and then touch this book. These are sitting on walls and stuff. They get treated in better condition. So you could see a higher ratio of 9.8, and some of the guys just send them right off away, so they get 9.8 out of them right away.
Yeah.
So, but we saw the turn here, and I actually had Wayseeker double check this because I was like, holy shit, the Valance book. The Valance was number 4, right? Came out a month ago. Average available right now is $250.99 OBO.
And there's only one.
There's only one. That's it. The week it came out, it was 134. I think there was only a total. It says 3 other sales. A total of 2 other sales between, or no, 3 other sales between that. 250, which happened December 17th. Previous to that was 220, and then around the week of, one book went out there for $212.50 with 2 bids on it. But there's only been about 5 or 6 sales of this.
I actually like this.
There's not a lot of these available, and it's 1, because the story sucked. 2, people weren't ordering them.
Yep.
This is going to be a hard, as far as we can see, when you want to talk legitimately, looking around, double checking, doing your due diligence. This seems like we can use it, Dom. So I'll let you say it.
This one definitely can be a banger.
It's gonna be hard to get. Yeah. This is going to be not you. You fucked it up, but it's all right. You can't give you nice things. Can't give you nice fucking things.
I'm using the word that is not even allowed on the channel.
Yeah, can't even the word we mock more than anything.
This book, I actually like this cover. I like the Valance cover.
Okay, I get that, but I'm telling you, by this point, so many people had these. We had told you early on that there's going to be a bunch of these books on 1 and 2. We're seeing this type of error hit back to like the 16, 17. 2018 era, where like you're starting off as number 1s, you're getting 100. As it starts to proceed after book 3, if it's this 5 series set, we're starting to see the drop off because the 25s aren't making it up. We actually kind of told you last month that this was starting to happen, and we're not patting ourselves on the back here because it's horrible for the industry, but you're seeing what kind of we were alluding to happen.
Do we think that?
I don't think it's horrible for the industry though.
Moving forward to next year, do you think that we'll see less and less people buying 100 copies to get a 1 in 100?
Yes, there's going to be less and less distributed. Once again, if you've been watching this show, TAC, any show that I've been on, I've talked to Wayseeker, and I've talked to a bunch of you who watch this show about it before. By the way, shout out to what's our girl's name out in England who helps us out with all the content out there? Echo
Echo Han.
Echo Han. Because she has a lot to do with this too. I mean, there's a lot of people too. And by the way, let me stop there real quickly. Shout out to JJ. Guys, not gonna get into it. Just if you see the guy, if you hear the guy, if you see him in chats, just say what's up and send him a prayer real quickly. All right. Because he does help behind the scenes too. There's a lot of people I don't think we mentioned, and we probably should have, that help behind the scenes, like Echo Han, like that, like Sareth, like a bunch of other people too. What's up, Sareth? I forgot to say hi to you in the intros. But yeah, I mean, talking about with her, with Wayseeker, a couple other people, the Eric Hers of the world, the My Barton Comics, all the people I talk about with this type of stuff. We had tried to break down the pricing on what the actual value of a 1 in 100 would cost, like almost the distribution level of what the relevance is it now, like what should be the starting price and the fair market value for a 1 in 100 and what's it costing you now that they're doing the 25s, because you're not getting as much money. And it really breaks down to that these 1 in 100s should be coming out the gate at 140, 150. That's what the cost is. The break even point is on a 1 in 100 nowadays, somewhere into that point, 143 or whatever we broke it down to. So yeah, I don't think people are going to be forking over that, Don, because like, as we saw with a lot of these guys are selling them for they're losing for the guys and ladies who are buying these, the people who are ordering them for you are losing $40 to $50 per book they're selling you.
Yep.
And I'm not saying, whoa, crime tears. I'm just saying that's not a feasible business model. They cannot continue to lose $40 and $50 to give you a 1 in 100. Yep. They just can't.
So the other piece of this is there just aren't store exclusives anymore. There's just very few stores realizing they can't sell a couple hundred of them. Why? If you sort exclusives, you have to have 3,000 of them. Nobody's buying them anymore. It's not worth it for them. And so that means there's a lot less of these ratios out there.
Well, I mean, it has come home to roost, Tom. This was something we've talked to you before about too, where you're like, well, they say it's limited to this number and this number. I'm telling you behind the scenes, they have more. They're limiting it to that number so they could try to up the price because they aren't selling enough. And it's a tactic to say like, well, we only got 5 more. Oh, wait, we went to the back room and we got 3 more. We got 2 more. Yeah, I get that. But like, obviously you can look around. There's people who are doing exclusives who don't do them anymore. Now they sell other people's exclusives. You want to know why? Because they can't afford to do it anymore, because they were losing their ass no matter how many channels they get on and tell you how great they are. No matter how many free copies they are giving to other, people to try to give away to pump up their sales. Like, it just is not a feasible business model. And some of those people were new. Like, they're like 3-4 years in the business, thinking like they didn't realize, there isn't forward thinking like a lot of times. And that's where you see the reshuffle. That's why Wayseeker's like, I don't have a problem with how the market's going. I don't, and I do. I have an issue when you're charging. I mean, you have to think the 1 in 100 was really only 2 years ago at most costing retailers like $65, $70. It is now doubling the price to them. Like, that's for zero profit. I mean, with no profit, for a break-even point. Like, that's not like, it's supposed to be an incentive to help the dealers out. This has become a crutch, and it's not good for the market. That this is now a crutch. Is it self-imposed? Sure, some of it is, but that's not for everybody. It's a very few that were using it to screw the market. So either way, but this book is ridiculous. If you come across one of these for ratio, buy it now, immediately. And then this book, there's an auction available starting right now. By the time you guys are watching it, probably should be in its last day, maybe last 12 hours. A raw to the UK is already sold for $133.52. I think that's why it's sold for that much, because it's hard for these things to get out there. I will tell you, there isn't a lot of these on the market right now. And I made a couple phone calls to a couple guys, and they are big volume dealers, and even they don't have these. I'm not saying that maybe somebody will show up with like 20 copies of these, but I would be surprised if you're going to find a lot of these out there. So if you see one, you can get it for under ratio. I would suggest you buy it if you want it, if it's something you're into, because I don't see.
I think it looks kind of cool.
I think this is probably the one that it sucks. They put it out at the last, and it's the most popular character, and they did that purposely. And I think it has an effect where people are like, I don't give a fuck, because they are burnt out. Like, not people, not collectors. I have a feeling that retailers are burnt out on this and are saying, we're just not going to order it because we've got thousands of comic books on our shelves already from your series that aren't selling.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But that's it. I mean, sorry to break down the negative news, but also want to give you a feeling of how it is. I hope you guys are still enjoying this. I'll continue to do it when we see some of these high ratios when we get to the end so we can have a feeling of where it's going. We do know that, I mean, we'll see how that Key one comes out, but we know that there's a twin one with the High Republic coming out. Those are connecting. I feel those are going to be a little bit different because they're already sought after, and High Republic is actually doing pretty good in sales. I don't have to be, I don't have to call around to every store to figure that out. Or what was the one that used to say they were giving the numbers? Comic-Con. You don't have to look up Comic-Con to figure that one out, but you know, you could just ask people. People are enjoying it. So unfortunately, this is not a book people are enjoying. So there we go. That's that. Good luck hunting this book down. Good luck. All right.
All right.
I just wonder if people will even hunt it down. I mean, I know it's a cool cover, but like,
I think
nobody
people will
gives
hunt
a
it
shit
down.
about really. I mean,
But like, it'll be just a few people here and there, and they'll wait.
Yeah, but if they wait, there's not a lot. The problem with wait,
they'll sneak on the Martin kit in like a year. People will like, oh, I don't know what that is. It'll go on auction. There'll be some sneak on every once in a while.
How many 1-100s? I mean, okay, I hate to do this because it's like so many people have just with no recollection on how the market worked done this, and they fucking ruin it because they don't know what they're talking about. But realistically, how many of those 1-100s do you think there actually is of number 4? Maybe 20?
No, there's more than that.
100?
I would say 200. I would say there's 20,000 copies.
I would say, yeah, there's 20,000 copies. I don't think there's not. I would actually say there's probably more like 50 to 60,000 copies out there. But I don't think there's 60,000 copies and 100 sold. I think there's maybe closer to 100. Nobody's ordering 100 of that.
I would get all 9/8. All 9/8 put them away. There'll
be some that will be 9/8 that got sent away that stores did. And some of those just happen to find their way. I don't know how it works.
So here's part of the problem. I would agree with you, except for this. When you start to look at it's December, right? There isn't 9/8 of 3. And there's not a ton of 9/8 that went out for 1, which if there's not a ton of 9/8 that are getting put up for 1, like I'm not talking about a ton. I'm telling you, like if I see 10 1-100s, 9/8 available, right? Then I'll say, okay, cool. There's probably like 300 copies of the 1-100 out there somewhere roughly around there. I mean, that's whatever. But like when you only see 1 or 2, and then the one that does go up only sells for 50, the minute that goes up, like, you know what I mean? Like when you start looking at 3,
that's the thing. No, the whole thing
here's,
I'm sorry. You know, what you're about to say is that once you see a book of like number 1 go up for like $50 in a 9/8, the people who have these in their collection or sell, they're not going to sell them. They're going to hold on to them.
You sure?
I don't know about that, dumb.
Here you go. Dealers when dealers find out there's nothing new about this book and they need to get some money out of it. This is what happens. You start putting up for auction, and then 1650 gets out there, and they're like, holy shit. So they put it for $50 OBO, and people start selling for 25, 24, just trying to move it as fast as fucking possible.
Yep.
So then all that's left out there in the market are 8 books for $200+ that nobody's ever going to buy. I mean, that's when you start seeing these numbers drop. It's not like
come on.
This 25. Okay, hold on. This book is fucking what? It's December now. So this was what? September's book. This is a 3-month-old book. Early in the cycle, 3-month-old book. They're selling right now. These are sales. This $65 was in November. This $100 was in November. The 25 happened on December 11th. That's not true. People are selling the book. Shit, somebody's trying to sell it for $60 right now. Like people are putting it up there. You can find the book. 4-month-old book. They're trying to dump this book. They're literally trying to dump this book. And the people that are trying to dump it, there's not even that many that are anymore. I mean, it's just not like there was a bunch of sales for this. There's probably 20 sales for this.
Yeah.
But like, it's just not making anything. The high was the week of at 104. So that's, I mean, each book has a different story. We can never generalize sales, but I worry when I see this. When I see, holy shit, they're copies. They're not holding on to these copies. They're trying to dump them,
right.
And And then you see less and less people trying to dump them, which means the guy who tried to dump this last month, the guy who sold this for $25 in December, you think he's ordering that Darth Vader 1 in 100?
Nope.
So that's one less copy at least, or two. You think the guy that sold for 65, the guy who lost money on 100, shit, the guy who got $104.99 on this book, the high this book sold for on the interwebs. Now I'm saying it's different depending private sales and all, but on the internet, the high was a loss on this book. It was a loss.
I'm gonna want that 1 in 100 Jango Fett book when it drops. And
you're gonna pay a pretty penny for it, and you probably should pre-order it. At this point,
yeah.
But like I'm just telling you, like this is where I'm saying there's not going to be a lot left. This is how you know there's not going to be a lot, because the guys who are ordering this, the 30 available books on this, the high only got to 104. The high, the guy who sold that didn't make money off this series. He lost money. The guy who sold this for $100 lost. Every person who sold this book lost money on it, dude.
I just think 18 months from now, some of these are going to sneak through because nobody's out trying to get the whole set.
You're right. I know, but see the story.
So somebody's going to put it up there, and people are going to be like, "I don't know that cover. It wasn't like on the top 10 list and like that." They're going to sneak through.
This story wasn't good, but the covers are freaking fire. They're pretty cool.
I don't, but here's the problem, Wayseeker, just because, and I'm not trying to do the Ben Here Forever thing, but we have seen this before happen, especially like with the Marvel Now stuff. That was the what's his name? Joe Hughes. Like they actually would start selling for $10, $20. Now it was a different realm because you could sell the 25s, 10s, and whatever else not. But these would show up 4 years later, the 1 in 100s, and they'd be $20, $30 because they would show up. So I mean, I just don't understand, like, because at that point the person's forgot that they even wasted money on this. The problem with it becomes these last two books, like this book is selling for this much. Because so the last three wasn't 112. That was the third one. Then it went up to 220. Right. Then it went up to 250 in December. These are all sales within the last month. Okay.
Right. I get that. There's a couple people out there. There's a couple collectors that want them all.
Yeah.
There's none on the market.
And there's none on the market.
I think in 18 months, we'll see if I'm right. There's going to be some of these that sneak through.
Good. I want to look back because these last two, I think they will be high prices. These over here, there's still going to be there's probably another 100 copies of these out here that'll just be, somebody will just be like, fuck, I got to get this off my eBay thing. Putting it on discount, getting rid of it. Put it to auction. Same with this one. Not with that one. Same with this one. Same with this one. Same with this one. These two, I think that's where I'm saying when you see, I'm just trying to explain it, and I don't know if I'm doing a good job about it. These first three, there's enough order to subsidize the market plus some. Those same people did not sell in the back half. It just didn't. You can tell because there's just not the availability of it.
Yeah.
Because if you had this book and you could sell it for $200, $250, there'd be like 10 of them listed right now. There just would.
Yeah.
And there's one. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Anyways, that's what we got for that week. Sorry, I got so into the weeds with that. I don't know if you guys enjoyed that part. We were never supposed to get that, but we have been getting more questions about getting more into the weed with the market stuff. That's why we're doing it. Sorry if it bores some of you, but hopefully you enjoy it. All right. What do we got next, Wayseeker?
We got some Christmas collectibles. We got 2 segments coming up. This one, we are looking at some of the best Lucasfilm annual holiday cards. For those that don't know, we talked about it in the news. Every year, Lucasfilm would have and do a annual Christmas card, and almost all of them are Star Wars. So we're just looking at the Star Wars ones and some of my favorite. A lot of the early ones are pricey, and not so much some of the newer ones, but the early ones, man, you're talking $500-$600 for some of these cards to track down from the late 70s. So it's kind of fun if you want to get into the collectible weeds.
If you got the moolah,
and don't mind spending some money. But this was the very first one. The first 6, I believe, were all McQuarrie original art for the Christmas cards that they had McQuarrie do, and so everybody loves to collect that art particular. And so this is the first one. You guys see C-3PO and R2-D2. This is one that is really pricey. This is one of those $500 to $600 very frequently on the sales. Always depends on condition, if there's folds, things like that. but for that Christmas card. It's not my favorite, but I included it because it was the first one. And I thought people would want to see the very first Star Wars Christmas card that Lucasfilm did.
A Jedi probably will get that like 9.8 graded, something like that.
Yeah.
C-3PO.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of 3PO. McQuarrie clearly really enjoyed 3PO because a lot of those early cards were 3PO.
Well, the droids are everything if you really think about it.
Yeah, this is 1980s. This is the third one. You got Santa Claus's Workshop. What?
What's the second one?
That's the last one was 70. I didn't put them all in here, so as you can see.
Okay.
We skipped some years on next album here because we don't want to go through them all. There's 44 of them or 45 of them.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be here forever.
We will be here for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one you got Santa Claus in Santa Claus's Workshop. You got all the toys around there, and you got C-3PO and R2. I like this one. This is one actually I think is a really good art.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice one.
Yeah.
How much is that one going for?
I think this one I think last sale was like $350 if I look right, but $300 to $500.
Yeah.
Kind of range for these first few. And they start to go down after that. These ones are priced. The blue one's pricey. So in 1981, they did 2 different Christmas cards. The blue one, I believe, is the more rare one, or at least is the more sought after one. And the white one. We've seen this art used in a few other places later, but this was McQuarrie's first.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Instance of Yoda as Santa. And like I said, the blue one is the more sought after of the 2 cards that they did in this year.
Do know that they redid this as an actual Hallmark Christmas card one time, but that's the green outline border. I don't know if you said that already.
Yeah, they did, and I think it was 2012 when they reused it. Yeah. It's cool art. I really enjoy this one. But
yeah,
that was that one. Skipping over a year or two, we get a string of Ewoks as Santa Claus and all of that one. This was for Jedi. Marco put the last sale on this one was $135. So you got Ewok Village there, and people peeking out looking for Santa, and stockings have those little Ewok dolls or whatever.
These are hard to come across too, man.
They are. I like this one.
This was McQuarrie art too, right?
Yeah, all the first ones from McQuarrie art. All of them through I think 84. The first awesome. 6. Yeah, that's a good one. And this is the next McQuarrie art. This is Night Before Christmas. You got Santa Claus.
Oh.
You got Santa Claus there in the background with the reindeer, and you got
off the cartoon
looking out on it.
Yeah.
And one of them asleep. And so another cool card.
Have you guys ever seen the playset? The kit was it Fisher Price that came out with the playset for this cartoon?
So, yeah.
Was it? It was a pop-up. It was like a pop-up thing, and then they had like little people that were and it was these exact characters. It was the mom and the. It was awesome, man. Huh?
Yeah, I never saw that.
Oh, you never. Oh, cool. Well, I think I still have one mint in box.
I'm too young compared to you.
Yeah.
Mint in box.
Yeah. Yeah. So my dad would buy stuff on clearance. Like, because we never got any toys like when they came out the year of, right? So like he bought this, but he must have bought this in like 85 or 86. And by that time, like it was way too young of a toy for me and probably my younger brother, but it was too old of a toy for my youngest brother, or he just didn't like Star Wars at the time. So like he would like store like then my mom would be like, yeah, you like it's the wrong toy or whatever. So yes, that's how I like those Megawarian guards that I have, MIB, like, and a couple of other, like I've got a couple Star Wars toys that are mint in boxes. My dad just never gave it to us for Christmas because he either forgot whether he hid them, or they were like he bought them from like Big Lot on the blue or Kmart on the Blue Light special, like years later, and it wasn't it. So yeah, I have one of these. I actually have a lot of the stuff from this toy line still mint in box. Like they had like this thing that you wind up and it plays like a lullaby or some shit.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Yeah. We'll be skipping forward 16 years. The cards in the 90s were not good in my opinion. I don't know what happened. Again, went from McQuarrie line, that one ended, and they did some crazy stuff. They had some Jar Jar Bink one in there. So if you're a big Jar Jar, there's a Jar Jar one eating
Padme.
something or other.
Padme as a tree.
This is Padme as a Christmas tree or whatever.
Dude, it's hilarious.
You like this one?
No, it's horrible. It's fucking terrible.
I think it's one of the more
hilarious.
unique ones.
I mean, like ugly sweaters, like, you know, this is like a thing. This is an ugly card. Like before people try to make ugly sweaters, like, you know, this is it's it's supposed to look really good. It looks really like shit. So yeah, I love it. I absolutely like, yes.
Hey, listen, if
Yes.
it's gotta be a Sabe. Give it Sabe, let freaking Jedi buy it.
You know who it is? It's nobody gives a fuck. It's horrible, but it's hilarious. It's just who cares?
Moving on. This one is the 25.
I love this one. This
is in Dexter's, you know.
Yeah. This is, you know, it's supposed to be what's his name? It's a ripoff of Rockwell Art.
Oh yeah, it's Rockwell.
Yeah.
It's the Restaurant of Dreams, the Heartbreak or something like that. You had like Elvis. James
The only problem I have with this card is how is it Dexter's Cafe and you do not have Dexter in there? Instead, you have Chewbacca serving food.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can't say it's original because they have Maul there drinking a beer. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Would it not have been cool too if you had like
and my boy Boba?
Yeah, it would not have been cool if you had like Sing or somebody up in the top, or if you had Van Weasley behind the Christmas tree, like scoping out. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Or
somebody in the window across the street there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I looked and there was none of these that sold in the last 3 years. And so
yeah.
Some of these are like they're just brutal to find. So if you really enjoy some of these, good luck finding them.
Yeah.
They just weren't kept. Like people who got them from Christmas cards from they worked for Lucasfilm. They just didn't keep them. They didn't think anything of it, I'm sure, at the time.
I think by 2005 they start thinking about it.
You think so?
I think this is one where you're gonna have to wait for somebody to die to
get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this isn't something they're giving up. By 2005, they're just not giving this up. Because you have to know, like, anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. So you got the Ginger Clones Force Enriched Cookies Christmas card with, Yoda and Ahsoka and Annie and Obi, C-3PO and Rex and R2. I like this one too. This one I actually think is a pretty original card.
I'm not surprised you like something as stupid and corny as this. I figure it's right up your alley.
I may have found one of these on eBay and purchased it when I was going through it because I like this one so much.
Really? There's a couple other ones around this time period I was surprised you didn't use that I thought were really good, but I figured of course this is stupid. Yeah.
This is tonight's the first time I've even heard of these. So.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ginger Clones, huh? Yeah. It's corny. It's stupid. It's right up your alley. Probably of this era, not the best one I would have gone for. There's actually some real cool ones around here. We'll see what you have next, but.
You probably skipped over the ones you liked. Next year, Marco can put his list of favorite Christmas.
No, that's all right. I did enough already for this year. Try to track down Dom for his segment. All right.
Oh, he's skipping forward a couple years. This is Jabba, the snowman.
Yeah, why would you choose this one too?
With warm wishes, he melts. I love this one.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but you have to see some of the ones that came out. There's like some really sweet art and shit on some of these. Like, okay, but all right, I get it. Melting.
Don't you want Frosty the Snowman who melts with Jabba? No, nobody else wants that.
It's you and Dom. It's a card. I guess
I would buy this one if I could, but don't have all the money in the world. But this is one I would totally try to track down someday.
It's a card. This is cool as shit. Yeah, this one I love. This one. This one is really good.
Yeah. This one,
you will be playing an arm and leg for this, by the way.
You think so?
I told Wayseeker earlier that I had this card, but somebody gave me this card a long time ago, and I'm not sure where the hell it is. I like this because
Dom.
I don't know where it is.
This one is This one's cool. I think it's one of the more original ones.
This is one of the
all of the
best
characters
cards.
are well done too. They look really good.
This is like the tippity top.
I
like
know. You know, it sucks.
Yeah, this one's cool. Yeah.
I don't know if I had this in a magazine, that I left it in a magazine and I got rid of magazines back when I was living. I don't know. That's the whole thing.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, there's a lot. I think once people start, if it gets out, like I know for a fact that some of these get tracked down, because when you toil in some of the rooms that I toil in, like, you know, people. I've seen it in hand before. You're like, hey, by the way, I know you aren't interested in this, but I'm a paper collector and look what I got. And you're like, oh shit. Like, you've got like 7 of these Christmas cards. Like, oh yeah. Okay, cool. So like, people are out there, but they're like, honestly, and I don't think we're going to make it that big of a deal where people go after it, but it is a very quiet niche realm of people that are very serious about not letting it get out that these things are out there, because they want them all and they want multiple copies. And Dom is just throwing them in magazines and throwing them away. So
kind of sucks because, like I said, you know, I was always look, you got to understand one thing. I don't save everything, which back in the day before. No, back in
You
the day
don't save
before,
everything?
No, but now I do more than I did before. I got rid of a lot of stuff, depleted a lot of shit over the course of it. I know this came out in 2013. I had to, like I said, somebody gave me this and I put it in a magazine, and I don't know if I threw it away or what. I just can't find it.
That's the most Dom thing. I mean, I believe him 100%. This is the most Dom. Like, if you know Dom, yes, he probably ran into somebody who had a connection at Lucasfilms. They're like, oh, he likes Boba Fett. They got him for this. He's like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Yeah, I'm keeping this magazine so straight, and then got rid of the magazine. This is Dom. This is the most Dom thing ever. And he somehow still has FOMO.
I got stuff that I find, and I'm like, oh shit, I had this. And it's like, I can't, like, you know, I really.
There's stuff that you get FOMO over that you have. Like, when you see it, you're like, oh, I have to have that. Oh, I can't miss out on that. And then you're like, oh, you already own it. I don't understand it, Dom. I really don't. I don't get it.
The next one is my favorite.
Well, go ahead.
The next one is my favorite.
Yeah, this is a good one. I remember this one.
That's pretty cool.
Do you have this
Zeb
one?
Chasing after Ezra with Chopper, you know, it just seems like the shenanigans that they would always get into.
Well, listen, Zeb looks like a freaking a creep going after a little kid running after the thing. Like, give him back my some shit. That's what it looks like.
I mean,
Zeb looks like a good Santa. Like, I totally.
Wayseeker loves creepy shit, so
I know he does. Krampus all over again, right there, man.
And you got the Sabine, you know, emblem back there. I love this one. I have not seen any of these ever on eBay.
Oh, I've seen this one. I've seen before on eBay.
Well,
this one I have.
Next time you see one, let me know.
Well, I don't look for them that regularly, but yeah, sure. I'll go ahead. It's been a year. It's been a couple of years. There was somebody. Did we do something on these a couple of years ago or something? I think we did. But like, there was some on the internet. They haven't been on the internet for a couple of years now since then. And I don't think they're going to be, I mean, we'll see. Around holiday time, you definitely have to go on before December if you're going to try to find these. You need to find them in off season. So
this is one of those things where, like, I will look on Macari for every once in a while, because Macari has weird junk that people don't know what to do with, and they just throw it on that website because they don't. Macari is just what people try to sell junk on, and sometimes you can find crazy stuff on there.
Yeah, Macari, I did shirts, a lot of Boba Fett t-shirts.
You know what you got to do is, I'll tell you later.
Okay,
not gonna do that one on the internet. Okay, I'll tell you. After you get them, then we'll tell everybody else.
We'll get a few more. This one is pricey.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, this one. There were 2 sales that I saw that were for 150 each in the last, little bit.
Pretty cool.
And it is really cool. I really like this droid one. As it says, "Droid to the world." It pops out there. That one is one of my favorites. So, yeah. Moving on. This one are cutout ornaments. So it was a card that had 3 different cut up ornaments inside of it. And so as you can see there, one's from the prequel era, one's from the Rebellion era, and then one's from.
By the way, there's a lot of other cool cards that are way doper than these last couple that Wayseeker's showing you. But
That they did?
yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of dope ones that you're skipping here.
There was one that I couldn't get a good picture of.
Oh, you should have asked. I would have probably got it for you.
There was a Yoda pop-up card.
Yeah.
That one I could not get a good picture of.
There's also an earlier I'll go back and watch because I might have missed it, but
yeah. But these ones are pop-up
60.
ornaments. I think these are cool. I would love to have these pop-up ornaments. This one was one of my good ones. Then you got the Grogu and Mando one here on the sleigh.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah,
I seen this one. This one was, of course, when Mando dropped, this had to come out. And I seen this back in 2020 when it dropped.
No, that's okay. That's why we did it because he mentioned, yeah. Oh my God, that's why Dom mentioned this one time during Christmas thing, so we went back and cut out a bunch of these. No wonder. Okay, yeah. Now that makes sense.
Well, Dom, did you get this one too when you put it in the magazine?
No, I didn't get this one.
No, he didn't get it.
This
And at
I
the
think the next one is the last physical card I think they did, which was the 50th anniversary. And I like this one too. This is one I would really like to have because I think Grogu is totally going to eat that Lothcat, and that Lothcat knows it, and so like running for its life. While let me have dinner.
No, I actually want this card because you got the Fennec and Boba on the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Omega, right?
Yeah.
Right there by the L. Omega sitting on the L.
Yeah.
And you got Willow. You got which is kind of cool.
Yep. Yeah. No, I actually really want this one too. So this one I think was the last physical.
Is it Omega? That's Omega, right?
Yeah, it's Omega.
Yes,
Omega. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, if you like to, collect in the, crazy realms of Star Wars and you want to add to your Christmas collectibles, these Christmas cards or something, you can add to your.
Yeah. Like I said tonight, I didn't know anything about those until y'all mentioned them.
Hey, listen, figuring we're gonna have a lot of celebrities at the MegaCon, February 1st to the 4th. Tamira Morrison, Na Ming,
Yeah.
Ming-Na is gonna be there. So I'm thinking about going to Florida.
You know,
you gonna fly or are you gonna drive?
Fly, and I'm gonna wear 4 masks.
You know
the difference.
What Dom was talking about earlier about having some of the good ones, and then like just getting rid of them. I'm starting to get that now with like comic books from the 80s and 90s that I remember having, and they're like so high priced now, graded and everything else. And I remember having them, but I sold them or got rid of them, didn't do anything good with them, and now they're important.
Listen, how many books we had with the Mark Jewelers insert in them? Back in the day. We had a lot of the books with Mark Jewelers and didn't even pay attention to it.
We're not old enough I'm not old enough to know.
Yes, you do. Mark Jewelers.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
80s. I think it was the last Mark Jewelers in the 90s. 90s were the 90s were the last runs of Mark Jeweler books. But the 80s, definitely throughout the 80s, a lot
some of those old Marvel Star Wars comic books are worth a ton, and it's not even like first appearances of characters either. It's like random B story book, and it's worth $300.
You have the regular run, the direct run, then you had the newsstand, and the majority of those newsstands had Mark Jewelers inserts, which were inside those books. That now people are starting to the last year or two, definitely grabbing. But those cards, nobody knew the market. Everybody has a niche in something to collect something. If you were collecting those cards in the beginning when you were getting them, and if you knew somebody from Lucasfilm, it's like the people who worked for Kenner. They kept the prototypes of the figures and they brought them home, gave them to their kids. They did whatever, and a lot of these things. That's why a lot of this shit is worth a lot of money because you can't find it.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll get in the market report for for one more thing a little bit later, another thing in the weeds, but it's amazing what people collect and how much people are willing to pay for the niche markets.
Wookie Father, just to let you know, there was a I can't find it. I wish I could pull it up. There was a special one where like Chewie's on the cover of the card with his hand out, and then he's leading a bunch of children. But apparently, as you know, Wayseeker hates anything that has to deal with children and Christmas, so he didn't show you that one. Big shout out to
the modern day Krampus right here.
All right. So since we're doing that and people are talking about what they wish for, Dom decided to come up with a segment and then not really participate in it called What He Wants for Christmas. So we're going to get into real quickly kind of what we would wish for Christmas. We're going to start off with Wayseeker. Wayseeker was very practical.
Ooh.
Wayseeker, would you like to talk about what you want for Christmas this year?
Yeah, I love Darth Bane. In this cover is the Dynamic Forces Jedi vs. Sith. This one, there's a ton of these out there, but they are impossible to find. I don't know if they're just sitting in a warehouse or something, because I did 2,500 of these things. But man, good luck finding it.
Good luck finding it in good condition. The last graded one sold, it was an 8.5 for $230.36. And by the way, even like the ones that are selling, a lot of the near mint ones aren't selling. And a lot of these have dings in them everywhere.
Yeah.
And
yeah, still a badass cover though.
I have almost all of the DF variants. This is one of my last DF variants to track down, and it is just impossible to find. I know Marco has this one.
This might be something I'll look for in the future.
Yeah, it is.
If I come across another one, I'll get you.
It is such a cool cover, and Darth Bane is one of my top 3 favorite characters.
I will tell you, I think I have 2 of these. I just can't find the other one, so I bought another one. So.
Yeah.
Totally believable.
Somebody sold it to him for like $20. He said
that's not what happened at all. It was $60.
But there's only 3 9/8s on census.
Yeah, and I actually have a 9.8 candidate. I actually might have 2 9.8 candidates. I gotta send them in. I one's either 9.6, it's 9.6, maybe 9.8 on a good day. If it's on site, great.
What are you willing to go, Wayseeker, on that?
It's gonna cost you a couple hundred.
I don't mind paying $300 for a nice roll.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna be about. That's where it's gonna be. You do
that's
good
fair.
if you can get for $300.
That's fair.
I think I got the last one. I think I got for 200, 180 or 200, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair. Well, that's good. All right. Well, good luck, Wayseeker. I don't think you're getting it for Christmas. All right. Here we go. Who got this? Thade?
Yeah. So I kind of missed out when this first game came out, when Fallen Order came out. So I didn't play Fallen Order for like a year and a half while everybody else was playing it. But I have a friend that played, when I finally got Jedi Fallen Order, he played it, and he was always way far ahead of me in the game. And then when he started playing this
Survivor,
he kept when he started playing Survivor, he started sending me like clips from him playing the game, and all the clips were him building lightsabers. And I'm like, I like that kind of mechanic in the game, because I liked it in like Knights of the Old Republic and stuff like that. So I'm like, I would probably not so much play the story as just to play it to get the parts to make the unique lightsabers. But yeah, so I find this interesting. And then just in general, I would like, because physical media is starting to fall aside for, most people and everything. So the Blu-rays of the saga, like all 9 movies, I would even accept the sequels too, just to have a full set for the Blu-rays.
I was surprised even how these were. I thought they would. I thought when you said that there was a new form of them that came out. It wasn't. Like these box sets are, and like to have them non-open are getting pretty damn pricey.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I mean, that's cool. At least you're reasonable with it, unlike Wayseeker, who I don't think is going to.
What do you mean?
All right. And speaking of unreasonable,
talk about unreasonable. Come on,
here we go. Dom, unreasonable.
This is so rare it hurts.
Look, we all know that I'm a Boba Fett fan. And I give myself a nice Boba Fett book autographed by Jeremy Bullock, but also get a special gift by Vader himself. Freaking, I'm going freaking drawing a blank now.
David Prowse.
David Prowse, thank you. This is a great book that I actually just recently found on eBay, and I definitely
you're not gonna. This is pretty niche because you're not gonna run into a whole lot signed by David Prowse.
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all. And to get David Prowse and Jeremy Bullock on the
Yeah.
same book.
This
You know,
one
and
is
plus
going to
the-
cost you 4 figures. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, it's not. This is only they only want 700 at it.
It's auction.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on auction. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So right
We'll
now,
see what it goes for. I'll be interested to see. Maybe next week
We'll review this then.
talk about how high it went.
Yeah, because
4 figures.
I
have
could
this
see
in
you
the
paying
collection.
4 figures or maybe even 5 figures for this.
Not 5.
Really? No.
I think
It's
it will
possible.
I think it will be 1,100.
Up to 1100. Yeah, that seems reasonable. How much time was left on this? Do we know?
I'll have to look.
Look it up. We'll check it later. All right.
yeah, but yeah, so that book definitely, I would love to have in my collection.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Me, I don't care about it.
Well, you have to think also how traditionally these two actors were angry with Lucas for what was done to them, like when they did the remakes and everything. So, Bullock, you didn't hear Bullock's voice anymore. You heard Tamara Morris's. David Prowse gets drowned out by Hayden Christensen.
Oh, yeah.
And then them changing, them not even using him in the remaster of the end of Return of the Jedi. They put Hayden Christensen in there, so.
Yeah.
Dom, it's not auction. I was wrong. It is a buy it now.
It is by now. It's $700.
Oh, okay.
$700 OBO. If I was you, I
Four,
would put
$400.
I'd put it like a 450 on
No,
offer on it and see what
$400.
happens.
$400 offer
And that
because
is
I
a
know
great
this
buy,
is
in my
why.
opinion.
This is why because I know not this book but another version of this book from a different seller which has both signatures on it has sold not as good as this book but had sold for around $325. So if you put 400 on it, I think the 800 is like take me home and lube me up price. But if you 700, if you put 400 on it, at least he knows you're serious about it.
But do it before 24 hours from now because when this
Before the
thing
show
comes out-
airs, because the
Before
yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's what's the nice thing about not doing live is I do keep checking the chat too, which is hilarious.
I know chat's like
All right, so this is what I got. For those people that don't know this, they're posters done by Ken Tyler for Mondo. It was 2 waves. They're not fucking cheap. They were $400 for a set of 3 originally. So your wave 1 set was Bosk. This actually the wave 1 set's the set that I really want. It's Bosk, 88, and Zuck. I have a friend who is a big Dengar fan, believe it or not. He's also a big Bosk fan.
and it's a friend. Still?
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're really good friends. No, we're like super good friends because we're weird. Like, I mean, like he's the dude that like I travel with on the road. Like I'll share hotel rooms with him and stuff. And good guy. I've known him since we've been around knowing each other for a very long time since we were in our 20s. He's the guy that we did the game that we play at the end of the show. It was me and him that came up with that game at a con. So the last time it went up, the Dengar, the Wave 2 went up. I think they sold for, it was 14. I think I was willing to go up to 900 on it. He was willing to go to 12. And I think it went for 13 or 14 on it for those 3. It's the Forlom, Boba and Dengar. And I think it was 12 was the last time that the boss. So this set for 20, there is a set of these up for 24. However, those were also pre-framed, and I would rather have them professionally framed at this point because if I recall, these were sold in 2010. And just everything that comes along. I know it doesn't make it better. I know it's not like encapsulated, but like at least framing does deal with a little bit of the elements. And some of these people, if you're usually like, if you see some of these guys, they do get the tampered glass that helps from light. So it's I really just worry about buying these. It was a professional auction that they sold Wave 2 for them. I worry about buying these from a non-professional auction because of shipping and other factors, especially if it's not preserved in the proper manner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is an item. If I ever see this in person, I'll be honest with you. If I saw this in person, I would pay $3,000 and it was in good shape. I'd pay $3,000. I would just whip 3K out. I'd pay through 3K for it.
Yeah.
Online, I would probably feel more comfortable at the 1200 mark because you don't know what that's going to come at. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get it for either. They do not come up a lot. And when they do, they're kind of like the cards. A lot of people don't know about them, but the people that do know about them, and there's people that are always looking for them. I mean, like, I don't tell my buddy how much I'm willing to go on it, and we try not to bid each other up, but at the same point, I don't give a shit if he gets them as long as I get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but he's willing always to pay a little bit more than I am for stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, this is it. It's, you know, I was thinking one time, because you do see them come up individually every once in a while. I just don't want to, like, that would be like the never ending hunt. So you know what I mean? Like,
just pay to get them all.
Yeah, I think the best way to get them all, and that was it. Like, when we have made a deal that if we get them, and instead of outbidding, like, if ever just, you know, they come up individually or in pairs and it's not the 6 together, you know, if I get the boss, he gets the dang gear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we could just get a 3 set or something like that, even though they come out of their other sets. But yeah, I mean, these are cool, man. They're pretty big. They're, you know, they're substantial size. I can't remember how big they are offhand, but it's, I think, like 4 feet, 3 feet, something like that. They're not tiny. And they're dope as shit, man. They're so fucking cool. So yeah. I guess that would be Christmas list, but I don't know.
Now it's on Dom's Christmas list because Dom wants to get that boba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. The difference between him and me is I hunt him all the time. He only hunts them when he can remember about them.
Hey, listen, hunt is always on in my eyes. I'm always on the hunt. Even if I don't buy, I'm still on the hunt.
Yeah.
I got a Christmas present I need to show off, though.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Really?
Yeah. I think you're all going to love this. I think you're going to be super.
Are we going to have pickups on? Dude, I very rarely allow pickups on the show, but we can do it. Because I actually have one to show Dom, as a matter of fact. So
this
go ahead.
Is for both me and my daughter, and it's from Astro.
Oh, yeah.
For me.
Aww.
Oh, and we have
introducing
beautiful Astro nubs.
That's Nubs about to go into battle and get his head chopped off.
Maybe ever. I don't know.
That's the last appearance of Nubs ever, man.
Yeah, that's Nubs eagerly about to go in and meet his death and get his head chopped off.
Dude, if Nubs goes in with, with Darth Vader, Nubs is coming out.
That was cool. Astro Wizard, what's up? Saying hi in the chat. And good
Astro
job, man.
did awesome on that one. I was very, very pleased with it. And we're going to frame it and put it in my daughter's room. And so
cool.
She's really excited.
That is definitely cool.
So that was
absolutely.
Stop lying. You're putting in the bathroom, aren't you?
Yeah.
What?
Right above the shitter. All right. No, that's good. That's a good one. Good job, good job, Wayseeker. Good job, Astro Wizard. Good job. All right. So we
got market report.
Yeah. For your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We can do that. Then we still have the game. And don't let me forget, there is something I did pick up. I've been meaning to show to Dom and I forgot. And I picked it up for free, which means he's gonna be really pissed. So
when I get those figures in about a week and a half, I want to show those off too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, for sure.
Sounds good for Christmas present.
All right, let's go. Let's get into Wayseeker wanted to do this. So
I'm excited for this one. I know Marco doesn't think this is going to go over very well.
I mean, like, as soon as you said it, I think you were surprised at how much knowledge I had on some of these, and I was like, "Are we going to do these ones? These ones? These ones?" You're like, "No, I'm going to do these ones." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's still fine." But go ahead.
Come on now. So this is the segment. The more you know. This is kind of like more of the niche collecting in Star Wars.
This is where the Christmas cards also should have been in.
That like stuff and just want to learn stuff. I mean, I do this segment in case, you're out at, garage sale or you see a big lot on eBay and you might be able to find one of these things because people don't realize what all they're worth sometimes. That's kind of how I do a lot of my collecting is I like to find things that people don't know are valuable and are valuable. And so I like to learn as much as I can. So today we are going to be looking at the Star Wars Hallmark ornaments. So we'll get into this one too, but this is one of the sets.
This is kind of tell you about. So the Marcos, my mom owns this.
That whole set?
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually had a couple of those at one point too.
She actually has Maybe I'll take a picture of it. She has a separate. Fuck it. This sounds so weird. She has. Well, because she's got. So we have my whole life, we've always had 2 Christmas trees in the house. One was for the kids, and one we do live. One was for the adults, and then slowly after my dad passed away, my mom really loved Christmas, and she kind of takes now a month and a half to put it together. And she started getting smaller Christmas trees for like themes. So she has a Star Wars, like a Christmas tree, and it just has these on it. And
that's cool.
They like, so these things are cool because are you saying more about this or no?
I was going to, but you can explain it since you know them. Go for it.
Yeah. So like, there's a cord and you can hook them all up and combine them. And then what somehow doesn't the Imperial March come off of it?
They have different songs.
Yeah, there's different songs,
yeah. But you have to have that cord or it doesn't work.
Yeah, you have to have that cord, but then you can hook the cord, you can hook them up, and then they do different shit and like, yeah. So it's like a Christmas tree. I mean, I'll see. My mom's been moving a little slower this year, but I bet you she's gonna have it. She has like, I bet you, yeah, because then she has like a Disney tree too. She got a whole bunch of bullshit, man.
Wow. You might tell her to sell it when you see the prices on these later.
No. I gave most of these to her for gifts. I wouldn't have her sell it for anything. Yeah, she likes it. It brings every time we come over there now with all the grandkids and shit. This is for the, no. All right, but how much?
We'll talk about it, but
because I think I'll be honest with you, for a lot. I think I might have spent $120, $130 for all, like over the years for all of them.
So there's 7 ones that come in a lot. The one that doesn't come with the set is the Death Star Topper. That one is also pricey, but yeah, you have the Death Star and then you have the Death Star Topper.
Okay, the Death Star Topper, I'm not I think we had to buy that separately for like, I think it costs as much as the rest of them when I bought. So did. I think it was like 20, 40, 60. Yeah, probably about 120, somewhere around there. I think the Topper itself was $120.
We'll get into the prices here in a little bit. Okay. So we're going to go in chronological order for these, for the most part, on some of the more rare Hallmark Star Wars ornaments. As you'll see, most of these are going to be the convention exclusives. There's a lot of Star Wars ornaments that are worth nothing. So don't be like, oh, they're all worth something. Yeah. Most of them are worth nothing. There's a lot of convention ones that are worth nothing. And so, and even if they're like the more rare ones, some of them are worth
like
nothing.
This one? Actually, this is worth something.
That one didn't make the list, but that one's not that one.
We can't see that. We can't see. Just wait till
it's the Star Wars.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Did that just come out?
No, that one's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this was the very first convention exclusive ornament. This was the Shock Trooper and the Shadow Trooper. This was released only at SDCC in 2009. This one was limited to 700.
That's cool.
What do we think? What would you pay for this one?
I would pay $10, but I bet you it's probably $165.
About
165. What?
About 500.
You are both low.
What the fuck?
Dang.
Wow.
The range on this one, 500 to 1,000. The average is 875. And if you want to go buy one right now on eBay, you're paying $2,000 because that is the cheapest one.
Out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Get those troopers because if you have them, they are worth
That's
money.
not for me. I'll go look to see if we have them, but I doubt it because we don't buy them online. No, I probably don't because I did. Well, maybe. What year was this?
2009.
2009? No, I think I stopped going to San Diego in 2008.
This is the very first one. You missed out. You should have went just for this because you'd be.
I wonder if they had it at one of the celebrations though.
There's a celebration one that comes up here, but
all right, go ahead.
Yes, the next one on the list is the most limited of all the ornaments. This was a celebration. This was the first celebration exclusive Hallmark ornament. I think this one looks the worst of them. They didn't do very well for this one, packaging wise, coolness wise. But if you're a Boba Fett fan, you might want this one. It is a 2-pack of Boba Fett and Yoda. Like I said, this is the most exclusive of all the Hallmark Star Wars ornaments they've ever done. What do you think this one goes for? Dom, you have this one?
$1,500.
$1,500.
No, he's selling us too high on it. I think it goes for $200. Wait, did you say you're doing it progressively getting larger? So yes,
no, I'm doing chronological by time. So we started in 2009. It's not by cost. We're doing it by.
So no, I'm going back down because I think you're bullshitting. So
About $300.
Yeah, I'm around down.
I think
225.
you're both too high. Too high.
125. Oh, that was my first
125.
guess.
You might be
Was my
too
first
high
guess
still.
$20.
This one, 75 to 1.
Oh, my first guess was clear. Yeah, I should have. Yeah. Damn, I knew you were bullshitting.
You can buy this one right now for $100 on eBay. In the package, never been opened. Again, for only 500 of those, nobody wants this one. So Dom, you want this for your Christmas tree because you want the rarest Boba Fett ornament. It still goes for more than the one you just showed, but it is.
Shots.
It is not. It is not one of the hotly desired Hallmark ornaments. And so,
Dang, if you can't take shots at him at news, you got to take shots at him sometime, huh?
Yeah, right.
he looks like he's feeling better. You know, he's got some color in his cheeks again. So there you go.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like warmed over death. Anyway.
So next on our list is the 2010 SDCC exclusive with K3PO and R3PO. I don't even know what this is about, but hey, you know, this is the Empire Strikes Back special edition, limited to $1,000 or 1,000 items.
Where's Jedi? Jedi would buy this.
I hope not. Why? I don't understand why anybody
expensive.
wants this one. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Because
But it's SDCC. It's limited. We know
It's
what the last one
SDCC.
was.
It's limited. There won't be
850.
many of them out there.
850.
I say 500. Oh,
Oh,
480.
nice. Good
Wow.
job. 500. Dom, that's pretty close. 480. That's
Yeah.
close.
We're pretty close. 300 to 400 on this one is the range.
I
the
see.
sales.
Now you get you're in my head, Wayseeker, because you're
That's what
bullshitting
I like
and you're
to
not
do.
bullshitting.
I like to throw you all off.
Now I'm gonna start paying more attention to you. All right, let's go. Next one.
Cheapest available right now if you want to go buy it today, 480 on the bay.
Oh,
All right, this was kind of fun. This was a celebration variant from 2011. It is 3 ornaments because you do get Ponda Baba with his arm chopped off as a separate ornament. So you get
that's pretty good.
Okay, can I give you 2 prices? This thing should be worth $265. I have a feeling this is more worth like $65.
Listen. I think this is $175.
Hey, do you want to put a guess on this one?
I don't know, with the uniqueness of the Ponda Baba with his arm missing.
Yeah, there's definitely some freaks. That's why I'm like, it should be, you know, like 365. Like that's where
I'm gonna say 800-900 something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. We're in that medium range there, closer to Marco.
like 325. Yeah, there we go. That's what I said.
$169 to $300 range. The average is right about $200. $325 if you want to buy it now. Again, yeah, these things don't sell very often. This one was one of the harder ones to find, but because I guess
It's cool as shit, bro.
it's crazy.
You put the arm on the freaking tree.
Dude, no, you gotta have I'm picturing how to do it on my tree right now.
Yeah.
You have him up there, then you have his hand down. He's here, his hand's down here, just hanging. I'm wondering if I gotta hang it sideways or a little fishing wire there or something.
You know what? You
Think
about it. It goes back to it.
what did you think of that one?
When he cut his arm off, there was
I
blood.
think it's hilarious.
It's usually a freaking goddamn when you have a lightsaber, it's supposed to freaking like fry it. There's supposed to be no blood, but that was back in the day. The same thing with the Wampa. But
Yeah.
if you would think about it.
Yep.
But it's
Well, maybe
It's kinda
Wampas are built differently. Maybe
We're
they're just so cold that you
We're
can't.
gonna come up on a
hear it.
Wampa in a little bit, so we can see what that one
All
is
right.
doing.
All right, cool.
Oh.
Ugh.
2011 SDCC limited to 1,000 with the Dengar and Iggy IG-88.
Iggy.
1,200.
450.
1200.
1,200.
1,200. You got
1,200.
450.
I'm telling you, Dangar, people love him.
People love Dengar. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. 1,100 is the
Oh!
average. You're right.
Wow.
Wow.
The range. There was one that threw it off of 600. It kind of snuck in there in an auction.
That's still
somebody got a
cheaper as
good
well,
buy
11.
on that one. There was multiple in that $1,400 range.
Shout
During
out. You
the
also
height of
asked me
the
to put this on
pandemic?
the thumbnail, so I figured it was expensive.
During the height of the pandemic, though, this thing
Yeah.
was going for almost 3K.
Whoa.
Really?
Yes.
Get
Wow.
out of here.
There's actually one that's pretty cheaply available, right under the average there at 1079.
Mhm.
So, you know, People love their Dengar. I don't get it. I don't get why they love the guy with toilet paper wrapped around his face, but people love it. So I think the Ponda Baba one's way cooler.
Some diaper head love.
I think the Baba ones too. All right, what do we got next?
Next, we're going with the R2Q5
cool.
and the R2A3. This is the NYCC exclusive, which was limited to 800 in 2011.
275.
What?
275.
Yeah, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4.
I think you're catching on.
Yeah.
But this one was a little more than you thought. A little bit more.
A little bit more. 490. Yeah.
490. This one is the hardest to find. There was, I think, 2 sales, 455 and 530 in the last 6 months. I went 6 months back time just trying to find these sales. But if you want to go buy it right now, you're paying 880. There's one available. Only one of them on the bay right now. And so 880.
Good night.
Nobody's buying R2Q5 for 880.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get this one. But I don't get a few of these. But again, if you see these in a lot, because somebody might think they're not worth anything, because who cares about R2Q5? Pick up a lot. You might be able to sneak one in for cheaper.
Pick them up.
We have this one.
You have this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the this was dually sold. I think 1,000 copies. 1,000 of them were at SDCC and 800 of them were NYCC of the Rancor for the Return of the Jedi anniversary. What we got?
I think we paid $60.
What would you sell it for?
500.
Nothing. I'm not selling any of these.
You're not going to sell it?
Nah. When my mod dies, you just set it on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I bet you they're probably now. I mean, this is some time ago. I mean, this is like some time ago. So I bet you now they're probably in the 450 range.
Yeah, right around there. 500.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit more than that one. Everybody loves the Rancor. 625 to 800. Right there, the average was 725. The cheapest available was 750. I don't know. If I was tempted, I need some Christmas money. I would be selling the Rancor for $725 personally.
Yeah,
Christmas money. Yeah,
but hey,
I get it.
Yeah,
you can't buy happiness.
Then you got the next year. The Rancor did great. They're like, well, everybody wants it. We want a Wampa.
Of course,
it's not as cool as a Rancor.
Everything. That's what you want is a bloody Wampa on your Christmas tree.
Yeah, but again, this goes along with the unique stuff some of these ornaments have been. The Ponda Baba armless.
It does.
Exactly.
No, who wants this on their tree? I don't know. It looks ferocious.
Hey, look, I've got a Wampa and then I've got a Rancor. Oh, and there's Ponda Baba's arm.
I'm telling you, it's going. Yeah, but this is probably $900.
This is like the slasher Christmas tree,
which is weird because it's after, and you'd figure that people, because the other one already knew they had it. So
that's $750.
$750.
Yeah, see, I would think probably $485, but how these things have gone.
$1,000.
$1,000, yeah.
You just never know. No, this was cheaper. Again,
oh wow.
More than what you expect.
So it would be more like I expected it to be, but for some reason.
Cheapest right now is $400. It goes for about $400. And so you want this ferocious blood Wampa, you can go pick it up right now and have it on your Christmas tree for next year. Couple more, not too many. This one is the one that Dom's going to want because he loves this stuff. This is for the Star Wars. This was a McQuarrie art they did for this one. This was from the Celebration from 2015, which was with Vader facing against Deke Starkiller. There's 2,000 of these for Celebration, so they're not as rare as the other ones. I don't know who wants
350, 365.
I don't know who wants Deke Starkiller, but
I like it because it's unique. B, it's from the Star Wars we never got, so and it's McQuarrie.
Yeah, and you get Vader with the blue lightsaber.
Yep,
it's kind of cool
with the weird like samurai type.
See,
even
I was
more samurai looking helmet. All
right, if I had to price this without looking up eBay, can we do two things? You'd price it without looking it up eBay. Then price you think is on eBay because eBay's fucking crazy. So if I was just like, hey, I'm gonna sell this like at a counter or something, and I didn't have anything, I had no resources, no answer set, I would probably put 185, 225 on it. I'm willing to bet on eBay though. It's like $400 or $500. Easy $500 on eBay.
How about 275?
What?
Okay, good. You said 275. Fade?
All right.
No fade. All
No
right.
fade.
I know. Hold on. I'm gonna go kind of high on this, guys. 7.
I'm not sure he's wrong. Okay, go ahead.
He's wrong. He's wrong.
I'm very wrong. Apparently.
Oh! Hey, look
Your
at that. I was
comp
right.
prices
My
are right.
comp price is exactly right. Not knowing anything is right. Nice. Look at that. Like I've fucking done it before.
290. Average there is 190, and yeah, the cheapest available is 225. Somebody's asking.
All right.
Right there, Marco got that one. This is the storyteller set. This is the one that Marco said they had.
We have a tree,
all 7
a
ornaments
specific
in the set.
fake small tree. And sometimes,
See,
well, originally it started off as a small real tree, like a Charlie Brown type tree.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
but-
and this set right here would be the one that I would go for because I like the Starfighters and stuff. And
Well,
like
you
I
could get these
said
from Walmart,
earlier,
too.
like I said earlier, I had a couple of these at one point. I had one of the Y wings and the Star Destroyer up there.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this one is
would-
with all
whole
of these
set?
prices are without the topper. There was only one that
Right.
sold, one set that sold with the topper. I'll give you that price with the topper. Without the topper, as
I
a
think
set.
this is
I think probably $1,000.
1750.
No, because weren't these, if I remember
1,200.
correctly, were they like $35 or
They were not very
$40?
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
they were,
Yeah.
but then you could get them on clearance at the end of the
It's
year.
1750, I believe, without the top.
$12.50. $12.50.
I'd say I'm gonna go with Marco 1250 without the topper.
We got 930 average, but you
Yeah.
get some 1200s, some 675 to 1200.
Yeah.
There's one currently in auction. I think it has like 5 days left, and it's a 600.
600
The
already.
cheapest available.
They're fucking cool, man.
But with the topper, the cheapest that have sold with the topper is 1500.
Okay.
When
So-
I have enough house to put up a tree again for Christmas,
Yeah,
I'll probably go looking for these.
these are cool.
I can't remember, but I know that. So if these were selling for like $20 or $30, the topper was like 3 times the price. So if it was like 35, I mean, maybe the topper was $85, whatever it was. I can't remember, but it
Yeah.
was something to that effect.
The most
8,500,
expensive
20
one
something.
in the set is the Falcon itself. That's the one that people want. There is another storyteller set too, so this isn't the only one. They did a second one, which was a New Hope version. That one
Yes.
doesn't sell for nearly as much as
We have
the
that one
original
too.
storyteller. So
Mhm.
make sure when it says storyteller that it's the right storyteller, which is the ships. And that's
Because the other
one
one's
to look
characters,
for.
right?
What the other one's characters.
Characters, yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones don't sell for nearly as much. And
Yeah.
just to show here, just for lack of time, this one, the Falcon itself goes for about $300. So,
Oh.
so
Yeah,
it's
I really hope sometime they do some more of these like the ships ones because I want an executor for the Christmas tree.
that would be cool. I mean, I think they will. They sell well. People, they're doing new sets all the time.
Yeah.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised if they.
I mean,
do
this
it.
wasn't too long ago when they got the set done.
Yeah.
Like it was 2019. So.
See,
and
when it
that
comes-
is.
you see when it comes to
Star Wars Hallmark
keepsake,
ornaments, the more
I
you
got
know.
a couple more. Look,
Oh, good lord! I said we could show off like one. See what you did here, Wayseeker.
see, look,
Show off one fucking thing on the show.
All right. Hey, look. You see, I got the Boba Fett on the throne.
Okay, we
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, that's cool.
Then I got this one, Boba Fett riding the Rancor.
Ah!
That's not cool.
Not cool.
This is badass, man.
Not cool.
Yeah, it's very.
You
cool.
know it wasn't. It was
Dude.
just his Vespas. I'd
Dude.
rather put a Vespa on my tree.
I'd love them to make one with Grogu and the Rancor. That'd be cool.
I'm just gonna keep going.
I know. Did see what you started, Wayseeker?
Marco, you got to show your thing.
Like I will. It's gonna piss him off because you want to know what I got for free. You want to know?
All
what I got
right, all right.
for- This is
And
the only reason I let him do this is because I'm about to do this to him real quickly.
Go
All
ahead.
right.
hit us with it. Come on.
So the other day I was talking to one of my boys and I was like, and I don't know if people know this about me, but I collect weirder stuff. Yeah, people probably know that. I collect just like oddball shit. Well, one of the things that I collect is Star Wars clocks, the Lego clocks. And I've got all of them, except for I didn't have one. And somebody gave me this for free.
Oh, damn you.
Oh wow.
In box, mint in box,
Yeah.
mint in box, mint in box. So now I have Who do I have? I've got the kids in their room. One's got Vader. One's got Yoda. I have the Stormtrooper. That we use we actually use the weird. We actually use. Yeah, I know it's weird. Whatever. We use them.
Are they worth anything? Like,
I don't know. I mean, like,
report on it.
If you try, well, I mean, we can look them up real quickly, but I know, like, if you see them around, like, at Celebration and stuff, people try to sell them for like 40 bucks.
Different color boxes with those.
Yeah. Oh no, there's different. Yeah, no, because they redid. So they redid the Yoda. Like, yeah. There's definitely redone ones too. So these were all the first gen ones. Like, they're all the first. The ones we already opened were the first gen ones. So we opened up the first gen Vader. I had the Boba Fett. The kids got too young. They broke it. So whatever. What the hell else? We lost it. We lost two. I can't remember which two we lost. Didn't they have a? Hold on, I'll look it up real quickly. Go ahead.
There another like really niche collectible, and this is gonna sound really crazy, but I had a friend in high school whose mom was really into like the EU Star Wars novels. So she monkey branched from that to Burger King at one time was giving out collectors glasses, like drinking glasses.
Yep.
That were glass.
Yes.
She got every one of those that she could. She went to Burger King for a long time straight just to get every one of those she could. And now she has like the different sets that came out in a cabinet, in like a curio cabinet in her house.
Yeah.
And you would talk about like really niche collectibles, you know, that's really weird.
So,
but I'm sure it would go for a whole lot.
Well, so here's the thing with that. I actually at one time had still in box, never put out the display. So they had like a vinyl display for that, for the background of those cups. And I had that.
Oh,
and
wow.
I had the splash guard. I also had another Empire thing. I sold them because I was like, at the time I didn't have a big enough house. So there was a Captain Rex one. I'm trying to see there's the Black Trooper 2. Let me see what this one goes for.
There's a set from Burger King that were the original ones from the 1977, 1980, 1983. It's all three movies.
Yep.
And it's right now going on eBay for $490.
Oh shit. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, it's crazy.
That's
absolutely way.
That is crazy. I'm trying to figure out the Yoda we have. I know they had a regular clone trooper. I have that one. Used, they're trying to sell the stormtroopers that we have for 20. Oh, these are in bad condition too. 25. That's what they're asking. Get out of here. Nobody's paying that bullshit. Gee, this one's all messed up. There you go. Oh, there's the Anakin. The Darth Maul. Yep, that one got destroyed too. That one was cool. And like the Vader and the Maul light up red, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, they have the little things you could take them off if you were going to clean them or whatever, but they adhered to the bottom of the glass, and you set them down and they would glow through the glass.
I'm trying to find one in the box. That Vader in the box sold for $60. Blue Vader. Anakin in a box sold for $29.99. That was a later one. The white one, the white boxes were the real later ones because those were the ones that came out during Force Awakens. Stormtrooper $35, Yoda in a blue box $38.99. Clone War Captain Rex in the $135 in box. Clone War box.
Do you have that one?
We had Rex. We didn't have the box on it. The Yoda is 30. There's two Yodas. There's Clone War Yoda, and then there's what's the other one? There's Brown Box Yoda. Brown Box Yoda is cheaper. Yeah. If you guys find Rex in box, buy it. $180, $150. That was December 15th, 2023.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Stormtrooper with Maul, both of them $46.50 at buy it now. That sold just recently. Yeah. Holy hell. Rex is the winner, apparently.
I'm looking at a different one. It's not one that your line. There is a New Rhythm Star Wars voice action alarm clock. R4P17.
Okay.
Last sale, $1,242.
Oof. Good night.
Oof.
Yeah. Let's see what this. Let me see if I can find one of these that have this exact box for the Django. That is not it. They have our Boba. They have the Boba Fett, but they have the repo one, the reproduction one. 40 is about $40. 45. So I don't know what the other box is, but yeah, we'll open it up and see.
The Death Trooper is expensive too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see a box for the Death Trooper. So, but there you go. I mean, they're not cheap. I guess they're not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. The sad part is, like, I used to find a lot. You know where I found a lot of them was in clearance at JCPenney's.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
The more you know, you have to do the alarm clocks next.
Man, I don't think we'll do alarm clocks. Maybe we'll figure out.
I think we just did them.
Yeah, we got to figure out something else. The more you know is kind of crazy segment. Fun every once in a while.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of unique, weird niche collectibles to put in that. You know.
All right. Well, hey guys, thank you very much. Hopefully everybody has a great Christmas Eve. If you're watching this at Christmas, which some of you are, hopefully you're having a great Christmas or whatever the day is after that. Appreciate it. Have a good one. I am going to send us out of here, and then I have to. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Be safe.